3 seconds, 3 seconds. That's English.
Go. Okay. Everyone, we're just gonna get straight into the game.
Might as well.
So, yeah, right. Not waste any time. Huh. For some reason, it didn't auto-detect humankind. I wonder why.
That's weird.
Can you... Hold up, guys. Let's see if I can figure out why it's not auto-detecting.
While this loads and you fiddle with that, I'm going to go use the restroom really quick.
Okay. Huh. I may have to... I'm probably gonna have to exit out of it and then restart. So, give me 1 second, guys. Well, oh god, it's just... Okay. Hey, Dave Laterno. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. This is a live stream right here. I will be playing a video game called Humankind with my friend right now. My friend Matt. For some reason, like other like live TV shows, unfortunately, sometimes glitches happen. Unfortunately, right now, I can't. Oh! Did I fix it? I couldn't get my game to actually show up, but now it looks like it's working. So this is, in fact, this is happening live, and it's sorta, I guess, like a TV show, only we're playing video games. So, if you guys haven't already, it would be great if you guys, and I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could give me a follow here on Twitch. It would definitely help out and show that you guys are liking the content here. It does mean a lot to me, you know. But like, I do this as a hobby, so I want to make sure that people get that. Is that I enjoy doing these sort of things for people and just playing video games and entertaining people and possibly giving people a distraction from their daily life for a little bit. So if you guys like that sort of content, it'd be great if you guys could give me a follow, please. I definitely would greatly appreciate it. I do have a suggestion box down below the stream here, just in case you guys would like to give me some suggestions on what you would like to see in the stream and what games you would like to see me play in the future. I will be rotating out Humankind in a few weeks for something new, so you guys can always let me know what game you'd like to see me play. Also, if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on with my Twitch account and my YouTube channel, you can find me over on Twitter at Allegius96110996. That is where I post whenever I'm going to be live, whenever I can't be live, whenever I update the schedule and stuff like that. So you can always stay up to date with that. Also, I have a YouTube channel where I post all of these streams after they premiered here. They usually go up within the first 24 to 48 hours after they premiered here. It just depends on how long, how big the live stream is, how fast my internet is, how long it takes to render and stuff like that. But generally they go up within the first 24 to 48 hours. What else? If you want to show me support there, it'd be great if you guys could like the live stream, so it helps out with the YouTube algorithm just a little bit. It'll pick it up just a little bit more. A share would be great too. And if you would like, you could subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that you're notified whenever I upload a live stream or any sort of video on my channel. That would also be greatly appreciated. So yeah. I'm just saying this quickly while Humankind decides to load, and I will actually get it ready to go. I had to completely restart it because for some reason the game what is it, the broadcaster would not detect the game. So let's try this again. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime, I'll give you a shout out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this live stream. This game is sort of like Civilization. Well, it has a lot of. It's been compared to Civilization a lot, but the big twist with this game is that every era, instead of, unlike Civilization, where you choose a civ and you like run it through history from the beginning, like in the ancient era to the near future, this game you choose a new culture each era. So you start out as a Neolithic tribe in the Neolithic era, and then you evolve into the ancient era, and you get to pick one through. In the base game, there are 10 cultures each era. So whereas me and my friend Matt were playing with a DLC which adds even more cultures, so there's actually 13 now each era. So in this instance, you could start in the ancient era as
Right, that was
Matt,
that was interesting.
What?
Current multiplayer session was terminated as the host has left with the local save.
That's because I had to stop Humankind and redo it for the game for XSplit to pick it up.
That's weird.
Like to detect it. Yeah, it was. But I was just explaining to one of my friends who's actually on the live stream right now or in the chat what this game is. Because yep, and his friend's name is Steve. My friend's name is Stephen. So yeah,
his friend's name is Stephen, referring to myself in the third person. This is something Chris does now. Refers to Chris in the third person.
Yep. It's because I have I really feel good about myself, so I think it's even better that I talk about Chris in the third person.
I really feel good about Chris, so Chris should talk about Chris in the third person to let everybody else know how good Chris is.
Yep.
It's actually okay. Slightly unfortunate the fact that there is actually a medical condition, and I think it's related to things like autism and the on the spectrum, like autism spectrum stuff. But it can cause people to refer to themselves in the third person constantly.
Yeah.
Instead of referring to themselves as I, me, stuff like that, they'll refer to themselves by, he or she or they or things like that in the third person. One of my cousin's kids actually has this problem right now because she has autism and she's going to speech therapy, but she has that problem where she'll refer to herself in the third person a lot. Like,
really?
Her name is Clementine, so she'll say Clem wants this thing,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting to learn about.
Yeah, you learn something new a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying about Humankind. I was showing because my friend here played Civilization with me a while ago.
Yeah.
And so he's familiar with that. And I was saying like the biggest plot twist in this game, what makes it different is that every era you choose a new culture. So you could start in the ancient era as like the Babylonians, and then you could move into the classical era as like the Romans or the Greeks and stuff like that, and then you move into like the medieval era, and you can either choose to stay as the culture you are or evolve into the next culture, into one of the next cultures. But like it is much harder to just evolve into or stay as the same culture,
Yeah.
because the problem is you only get a benefit of like extra fame per era star you get. Okay. I'm just getting some wet wipes because I don't have any paper towels in here to wash my face. Ugh. And that's the other thing about this game, guys, is that it takes forever to load.
Well, kind of. It's a lot better than it is with Civ. Civ is really bad at, taking absolutely ages to load into the game. Especially if you desync and you have to resync. Civ 6, I don't know about Civ 5, but at least Civ 6 can take what feels like an eternity to reload into the game. Well,
Especially if you
Humankind
have...
is like a 5-minute, maybe 10 at top.
Especially if you're playing with a bunch of mods. It kind of makes it worse. Because it kind of makes things just a little bit unstable.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
Who's hungry? Which of you are hungry, again?
I don't know. I know a Hungarian.
We both know a Hungarian.
Yeah, I hang out with said Hungarian every day.
Yeah.
And according to one person that we know, at least at one time, got rather pissy at me because I'd hang out with someone other than him every day for like a couple weeks.
Keep a wary
But
eye on the Carthaginians.
moving on, that hasn't really happened anytime recently. So.
Oh, that's good to know.
Oh, Carthaginians. Hey.
That's good. That's good to know. I didn't hear about that actually. Like.
Yeah, no. Me and him
about
are.
That update.
Me and him are pretty good as far as I'm aware. We hang out occasionally, and he hasn't really bugged me a lot about anything recently, so I'm not complaining. So it looks like I'm. So you remember that one solo game where you were in between all of the AI and me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me this game. Now I'm between the AI and you. Other than the Celts, like I'm bordering the Morians, and I'm not too far away from the Carthaginians. So like,
okay.
I have at least 2 AI that I'm kind of a buffer between you.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Other than blue, the Celts are kind of just being them. Oh, there's someone on the other side of the Celts. Cyan. Alright. Well, maybe I'll need to make my way over there.
So I'm making a decent amount of culture.
Merchant. Do you have anything? You do actually have a lot of luxuries you don't have exploited, like ambergris. You have quite a bit of ambergris that's not exploited yet.
Well, I just got the land, so I gotta do something with
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I know. I was just saying.
Just debating.
I'm only earning 160. Why am I only earning 160 influence a turn? Oh yeah, because I'm not. I don't have that much in the way of influence producing things. Because I forgot, I spent pretty much all of my influence kind of getting my border set up between me and the Morians.
And yes, everyone, the Achaemenid Persians are currently Shinto.
And the Swahili are currently Islamic, which sounds a bit more realistic, honestly. I mean,
yeah.
When you think about it, it kind of makes some sense. Alright, well, here, bam. You now have an ambergris exploitation.
Perfect.
Another one.
What did
and I shall buy that off of you.
perfect.
Hey, I mean, if I put in the effort to make it, I might as well exploit it too.
Yeah,
Capitalism.
why not? Capitalism at its best. And exploitation at its worst.
Water itself in order to feed your people. That should make you popular.
Okay, so both these provinces. So, okay, it's just the provinces that are
Death
having
from
issues.
starvation. It seems
The
that
Morians
wait,
forgave a
thieves.
grievance for oppressing their people. Oh, boo-hoo.
Can I?
Oh,
attach
that
city
I was gonna
map?
say, wait, what just got added to her sphere of influence? This outpost I have. That's not a big deal.
34.
I was gonna be
Oh,
very
okay.
annoyed for a second if it was one of my cities, but no, it's just a random outpost.
Well, that
Not
could
that
be
big
the
of a
start
deal.
of something bad, though. So just
Eh,
be warned.
I'm not too worried about it.
Okay, so I need a builder star. One more
Actually, I
district
probably
for a
should be,
builder
but
star.
I think it's also just because I'm not generating a lot of influence currently is my problem. Astride the globe, and what will you do with this power? I discovered Imperial Power, 50 fame. Huzzah! I am one follower away from going to a tier 2 religion. I hate that.
Aren't I a tier 2 religion already?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the fact that I am literally
You're
one
already
follower
starting
off.
to influence my territory.
Well, yeah, outposts will be influenced pretty easily. Cities are a bit tougher, but that's not.
Let me see. Do you
not
have
really an
anything
issue.
I can buy? Yeah. Oh wait. No, actually, yeah. I'll buy a
I
couple
have
more
some
stuff
stuff,
off
yeah.
you.
Let's see. I think I should have some decent amount of
I mean,
stuff.
you bought a
I could
lot.
get.
I bought a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
That you, if you're, that would be kind of weird. Am I purchasing this from you, who purchased from me?
No.
That would be
So chances
okay.
are you're purchasing it from me because
From
I've
other
purchased
people.
it through someone else. Yes. And that's the glorious thing about being a merchant culture is the fact that people can trade with you for resources you're trading from other people.
Oh, okay.
And that's regardless of your diplomatic status with them. For example, if you were at war with the Morians, but I was still trading, them for, their gold, you would be able to trade with me for their gold. Because I'm buying it from them, so it's basically, okay, I can divvy off some of the profit to you.
Yeah, true. Okay, so now I'm close to a merchant star. Damn. Okay. Guess I gotta stay in for just a little bit longer. 8850. Like 2 more turns. Okay.
Oh, conveniently, I think my mom just got home.
Oh, nice.
Violence has put an end to my trade route of selling dye to the Celts. Oh boy, why? What? I don't even know. I mean, I don't care. It was me selling shit to him, so that's not really of my concern.
I mean, it hurt me a bit, but not very much. I'm still making plus
Look,
Fine, I'll
the
pay you
competing
$500 to
empire
share
has
maps.
accomplished.
Okay, she
A
has.
gasp.
The Carthaginians, Queen Edgar, her continent is the most normal looking continent.
You have my attention. This is good
out
for us.
of the 3 continents we know of, hers
Lovely.
is the most
Impressive.
normal looking.
A cultural wonder that makes
I mean,
me
look
want
at
to
it. Just
pull
like
out
look
my
below
toy
me. It
blocks and
looks
go crazy.
normal. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
look all weirdly out of proportion or anything.
Whereas
Meanwhile,
mine,
you have the Celts who's like just anorexic all over the place. Like it goes from thin to wide to thin to wide to thin to wide, and it repeats that pattern. Yours is just all over the place. Yours kind of just kind of like a squiggly line, like someone just drew a bunch of squiggly lines on a map, and mine's Mine's weird, but
It's kind of like mine just drifted out of drifted away
Yeah.
from yours. Like it was once, because I mean, look, it
yeah,
looks like it's
kind of like
it
a
was-
Pangea type situation.
yeah,
You know, like it was like together at one point, then it like split up. God, imagine if a game, like sometime in the future when computer computational power is like way stronger than it is today. Imagine
Yeah.
if someone makes a game that has actual like continent drift, where like it starts off like you could start on a Pangea, but like it would like break apart. You know?
yeah.
Like you could actually like force it to break apart, or you could just like wait for it to naturally break apart. It'd probably be another turn-based game, but it'd be really
Yeah,
cool.
that would be me. I definitely
It'd
agree. That
require
would
a
be
hell of a
cool.
lot more power than we have in any of our computers today.
Yeah,
And we don't even have the technology to make a game like
With
that
5
currently.
farmers' quarters,
Since even
Hmm.
physics in most of
you
video
have
games are
spread your
being
culture
screwy.
throughout the entire world.
Apparently you're
silently
oppressing the
and subtly
faithful,
what
my
others-
faithful people in one of your outposts.
really.
Oh yeah, they're apparently one of your outposts is 51% Islam.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh god dang it. I went from needing one more person to needing 5 more people.
Uh
like-
oh.
Did like 4 people just spontaneously die?
Probably.
Like did 4 people just like up and die and then the game's like, "Oh, okay. You know, that's that."
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it's done it to me.
Yeah.
Non-aggression pact?
Wait,
Yes.
hold on, I'll be right back.
This is good for
Okay.
us.
Yeah, look at my territory. It's just bleh. Kerma. What about I'll buy that as well. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I think all of my cities are done with the unique district. So let's see. I'm gonna continue. Okay, so only one was chosen, so I have access to 12.
God, my dog is so spoiled. I fed her dinner
Generated
when
number
I was down
between
there
1 and
making
12.
dinner, and then my mom just fed her dinner again.
5.
It's just
God,
gonna.
my
She's
dog
just
is
gonna
so
be
spoiled.
like. She's gonna be like that guy on that video you sent me. I'm not gonna be a
Yeah.
skinny canine.
I'm not gonna be a skinny guy anytime soon.
Nope.
Let's see, 1 farmer
So
slot on city or
5.
outpost,
1,
or 1
2,
trader slot.
3,
One
4,
trader slot.
5.
Innovation
Okay.
and motivation to counteract the
Ooh. Okay. How many deposits of
Okay, I'm
horses
gonna
do
need
I
to
have?
start not building as many.
You're gonna need to start not building.
I'm gonna need to stop building so much infrastructure because I need to start getting some districts down in some of my cities.
I don't really like the thing the game chose for me, so I may
5
override
market
it.
quarters should provide you with a number of pragmatic answers. With 5 markets quarters, you should have plenty of if a problem comes, you should have plenty of pragmatic answers.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I have 3 horses, so that's I've got 3 sources of horses.
You
Because
have
the game,
trace
the thing told me I have +5 money. The generator gave me number 5, and that gave me the
Oh, the Byzantines.
So
Yeah,
+5%
you get
money on a
money from, and your
Plus 5 money.
hippodromes get like increased. What is it,
Plus
like
5.
increased adjacency for being next to them? I think.
From per adjacent horse deposit. Okay. Oh wait, +20. Actually, I have 3 sources of them, so I should be okay. Okay. Let's do it. Alright, I'm gonna be the Byzantines. What is this? Start getting food. You help out with the, what is that? The Lighthouse of Alexandria? Yeah, finish that.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off. Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovations.
Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that
You're fine.
I don't want to have to think that I accidentally forgot to unmute the game and you. Okay, it's all good. Okay. Oh, that would have been bad.
Went from
Coined the phrase,
reached the
when
medieval
in
era, going from the
Constantinople,
Achaemenid Persians
do
to
as
the
the
Byzantines.
Byzantines do.
New grievance available against who? Against you to demand you convert to Islam. That's just cursed. Let's do. Let's just start researching.
But not entirely historically inaccurate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the Byzantines were at threat from various sources, and it also kind of depends on kind of where in history you look at too, because that's the other thing is history can tell you a lot, but at the same time it depends on when in history you look at certain things.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go there.
Okay, I can go to. I can advance my religion now. I can become a tier 2 religion.
Perhaps
Alright, let's see. Undertake pilgrimage. +2 influence on religious district. That might not be bad. Yield to none. I don't really need that. Protect the weak.
Come. Both
Observe
our peoples need
fast.
this.
Spare non
Oh,
false
God.
No,
witness.
this will never happen.
I'm tied between either
No.
science or
So I see.
influence. What's my science like currently? 339. So I could probably go without science. I'll do the influence.
Yeah, you're doing a lot more than I am.
Well, yeah, I mean, comparatively, it's also the fact that I didn't really I did kind of have to focus on setting myself up, but I hadn't had to, how do I want to phrase it? You've more rapidly expanded than I've had to. Oh, you claimed that one island I was thinking of claiming. Bastard.
It's like first come, first serve.
Yeah, it's not like you need more outposts.
Truthfully, I thought it was a horse for source of horse over there for a second, but
Hey, Celts, could we have open borders? Thank you. Mucho appreciado. I'd like to get through into your territory, because that way I could get... game, can I...
I offer greetings
Thank
from
you.
one leader to another.
oh, she's suspicious of me. Okay.
Okay. Everyone just has envoys around my territory gaining influence and stuff. Feel free. I don't care. Unlike Chris, I'm not going to complain about it. Not going to complain that there's other people in my territory doing things. Because they can
If
do
they're
whatever they
envoys,
want.
if they're envoys, I don't care. But
Except you've attacked envoys that have been in your territory before.
Because they give me victory score.
So obviously you do care about something.
I do care about
I
them
forgot I
somehow,
need to
yeah.
build. I forgot I need to build Great Zimbabwe.
Why should individual wealth
Swahili
and political
building Great
connections
Zimbabwe.
determine
I
the
don't-
status of
Mm.
something
Don't
as
think
timeless
that's-
as the land?
Don't think that's how that worked, but you know.
Why is everybody for knowledge authorities just going science for researchers on City or Outpost?
I don't even have that, so.
Oh.
There must be an awful lot in that wide
Academy of
world
the
that the
Arts,
elders
Carter
never
Studio,
even
no.
thought of.
Where is it? No, that's not it. Oh yeah, so have at least 6 research quarters in your empire and possess at least 1 building site. That's why. I don't have 6 research quarters. Haven't really built 6 research quarters because I just haven't really felt like it.
Your empire becomes one of the giants, astride the globe. And what will you do with this power?
Alright. What civic can I enact? Independent peoples. Cost of signing treaties
We
or higher
welcome
army
this
cost.
opportunity for dialogue.
Well, what do you do? Gained
I'll do
mana
the
as a
fellow people.
merchant.
Enact fellow peoples. Just the weapons. Assimilation does seem practical.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
What? Huh?
Close
I think we
alliance?
can undertake a common
Why
venture.
is...
Do you agree?
That makes no sense, but sure.
I'm sorry,
Sure,
but no deal is better than a bad deal.
Okay
Very
then.
well. Your course is set.
Fine. Wow. I was trying to be nice to him, but fine. And let me guess, she's still
Your
just hate-filled
empire
toward
is in
me,
hand.
yeah? Your neighbor is still just hate-filled toward me for no reason.
That's weird.
Right? Like, there's no... Oh, well, wait. I did take that outpost from her and gave it to you, so...
Oh. Yeah, that's...
That'd probably be
yeah,
why.
that'd probably be why, yeah. Kinda actually forgot about that, honestly. I know, like, genuinely, I
Yeah.
forgot about that, because I legit thought that I'd just kind of conquered everything myself, more or less. But no, I
Kind
had
of.
your assistance.
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing at all. I was just like, oh, that's how I got that.
Yeah. Okay, so they're needy against me. Oh, okay, so first they're pleasant and then they're needy in the same turn. Okay, then. It's like, tell me how you feel about me when you make up your mind, okay? They're like, but we're pleasant about you. We're pleasant about you, but we're needy at the same time.
Yeah.
So your neighbor are now the Ghanaians.
How do you do? In every sense of the question.
Enough of your false gods. Convert
Ghanaians.
now.
Fascinating.
Welcome. Let us speak honestly with each
Those
other.
are sold. Sure, I'll buy your copper. And then I'll buy your iron.
To harness the power of water itself in order to feed your people. That should make you popular.
You appear trustworthy
Wow.
in a fickle world.
Plus 48 gold per turn? Yes, please.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about the Swahili's Bandari, like, docks, is the fact that it can, that it can generate a lot of money pretty fast. A lot of food, a lot of money, pretty much.
Do I want to spend $500 gold to study this, or do I just want to tots and pairs it? I'll study it, I guess. I can. And he... Oh my god. I hate when they do that. They're the ones that suggested, hey, want to share maps? Okay, 2 turns later. Downgraded it to reveal capital. Well, fuck you, buddy. It's like, you really gonna do me like that?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently.
The answer is yes, always yes.
The Pada. Okay, I'm gonna be done in 2 turns. Good.
Forgot I had like all my cities working in Great Zimbabwe at the moment. That's fine.
This proposal respects
doesn't
your
bother me at all.
people and
Tree
mine.
luxuries.
We
Sure.
must accept, even against my instinct.
Our people will rejoice.
Lowstern Agrarian Star. I'm at 6. I have 57 out of 63 in total.
Well, I'm a merchant, so you might be able to get some of the stuff I'm purchasing from people.
I mean, I could, in theory, but I think I'm kind of trading with everyone for pretty much all their stuff to them anyways.
Mm. Oh yeah, I still. Oh wait, no, I have 5 of 6 cities. I could theoretically get 1 more city here. I just have to determine which one would be the best one. That has 17 food. Ten and 10 seems pretty good. Yeah, I think that's probably the best one to get, isn't it? 9 and 10, yeah. Yeah, 10 and 10, that'll be my city. Lick will be my 6th city. Once I have enough.
Sheesh.
What?
6 cities.
Yeah. I am an expansion. Well, I was an expansionist, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, that is true. Yeah, let's study. Well,
Yeah, unfortunately, I still suffered because of it.
yeah, let's go ahead and just study it.
Plus 23 gold? Sure. So we got the Taino now. Violence has put an end to our... What? Our selling of dye to you.
That's weird, because
A
that
joy
trade
to
route
see you,
should just be
friend.
going straight between us. They're... Damn it, I still suffer with it. I lost a population in my city. Oh well. Yeah, we don't have any grievances or anything, so I don't know.
Yeah. What?
61%, really? I have more in common with the Carthaginians ideologically than anyone else, apparently.
Okay, so somebody in chat is like, help me, how can I do something to make this Zoom class more interesting? I'm dying of boredom. Well, I don't really know what to tell you, buddy. I mean,
Yeah.
You could try either enjoying the class or you could maybe quietly continue watching the stream. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in that.
Enjoy the class.
and then focus on your work, or you could continue watching the stream. I'm not going to argue. But I also don't want to be like, I don't want to be the person that makes somebody do something naughty. So
it will also make for handsome tourist
casually
souvenirs.
being passive aggressive with the whole,
you could do the good thing. You could do the smart thing and stay and watch your class. Or you could watch me. I'm not going to complain. But I don't want to be supportive of somebody being naughty. Oh, this live stream can also not be held responsible for any trouble that you may get into by choosing to watch us instead of your class. +1 food on food. Ooh, oh my god, this is a nice looking island up here. Got a decent amount. Oh, wait, this is a diplomat. I didn't realize. Damn, I thought it was a scout. Well, I guess I'm purchasing a scout, because I want that island now. I don't have an option to build a scout anymore? I don't. Interesting. Okay. I guess just get a horseman.
The first ship is a wonderful thing. Sadly for the crew, we're likely to see the first seasickness as well.
I didn't purchase a ship. I purchased a horseman. A horse does not look like a boat, game. As far as I know, a horse does not look like a boat.
Yeah, as far as I know, that's true.
I mean, I guess it could be argued that, well, a horse can float in water, it can swim. But that... I mean... Okay. How to get up here? Wait, did I... Wait, who claimed that? Nobody did. Okay, good. Okay, so let's see. Let's get over here. This scout, I guess, could come back to the mainland, and then you're probably gonna go over here and search down here. You guys are going to station here. Another 48 gold. I will take that. Napata, let's see. $25 gold, I will take that. You know, I should be checking the loyalty of the cities before I build stuff like that.
Yeah, you should probably check the stability of them, yeah.
I keep forgetting, too, and it just was like, I think I'm lucky that nothing has happened yet. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they're all good, it looks like, so. 47. How long would it take? 35 turns? Okay. Sure. And build... No, build Notre Dame after that.
Oh, the Celts have
We are
completed their
content to see
embassy.
you, friend.
Okay,
Oh,
would you be willing to trade everything?
Kahanians discovered
Both our peoples
Victoria
need
Falls. Nice.
Sweet.
Ah,
Of
okay,
course.
fine. I
We
want to...
accept.
Ah, what heartening news.
You want scientific cooperation, Celts? Sure. Let's do monumental contractors. Awesome.
It's all the stuff I could buy.
Not everything
you.
worth appreciating was forged by human hands.
Okay. Wait, is that her? She settled on this continent down here to your west, to your east.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. I mean, okay. Interesting.
So pleasing
Not like I can stop
to
her.
see.
This is good for us. We accept.
Kind of just squatted my thumb between my chair and my desk. Ow.
How could you do that?
Because I turned to lay something on the floor, and then next thing I know, ow!
That's great.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying my misery. Can I please turn this into a city now, or how much would I need? 2,760 influence. Ouch. Yeah, that's gonna take a while to be able to do. Get another one of these, maybe. Plus 23. Soon I'll just be able to buy whatever building I want.
The Carthaginians now feel friendly about me. Good. I am making friends.
What did he? Oh, he made an
Returns,
agreement
and then-
proposal.
Welcome.
Great
Let us speak
Zimbabwe is
honestly
done.
with each other.
Good.
Sure.
Of course. We accept.
Scientific agreement? Sure. Why not? Now can we be allies? I would like
think
some
we can
money.
undertake a
No?
common venture.
Alright.
Do you agree?
Nope.
I
Still
would
don't
like
want to be
money.
friends. Yeah, I'd like more money, please. No.
Nice. Well, now I have an alliance with the Carthaginians.
Lucky you. They won't even, like... I mean, she'll be a little bit nice, but nobody will be civil to me.
Well, I wonder if it had something to do with the fact that you killed an AI. That you wiped out an entire AI off the map.
Yeah, because they were breathing too hard. They're not breathing too hard. Yet. I can't believe I haven't noticed any of the, like, any of the new, what is it? The islands over here. I never even noticed them until now. Might want to go explore them. Crap, there's like 3 of them.
Starving?
Stars are...
I'm afraid they've
Hey,
already
the
eaten all the
Carthaginians
bread
finally
and the
built their
cake, and now the pantry seems empty.
She made an agreement proposal. Scientific correspondence. Yeah, sure. Monumental contractors, maybe? And she accepted. Okay. Celts, you want to be in an alliance? Yeah, and I'm in an alliance with the Celts, too. I'm just being friends with everyone right now.
Good for you.
Everyone that we know of, at least, because I'm moving down to discover who Cyan is, at least.
4-6, 4-9, 6-5.
Gemstones. She's also a merchant, so it's just all of her stuff I could buy off of her is just stuff that comes from other people. Wow, there's a total of 3 merchant cultures right now. There's me as the Swahili, there's the Gahanians, and there's the Carthaginians. So as of right now,
Wow, me
there
too.
is there's
Don't forget me.
well, okay, yeah, no, then I guess there's 4, because then there's, yeah, you, I forgot the Byzantines are even 1.
Oh, trying to forget about me now, are you? What, am I that forgettable? Oh, I'll remember that. Pata. Oh, yeah, you guys are starving. Okay. Is there anything that will get me more food? Yeah, right here. Plus 20. Desperate. Come on. Plus 23. I will buy another one of those. I will buy that one as well. Or no, at least I'll build it actually. Experiment plus 20. I can take minus 20 money for 10 turns. New grievance again available against who?
If you seek the greater
The
good,
10-meter walls,
then I will
over
know you better.
1,000 years old. It's easy to believe that this was the seat of a great empire.
This time, your actions will
His
cost
actions caused me to
you. This is
lose a
enough. I
trade
won't
route.
forget
Yeah, I'm gonna
this.
demand
Unless pay me
the
or
Celts
prepare
pay me
your
money.
headstone.
You've caused
Pay
me to
me
lose a
or
trade
prepare
route,
your
buddy,
headstone.
by
I won't
attacking the
forget
independent
this,
peoples there
unless
for
you
no
pay
apparent
up.
reason.
this is an
Yeah, I did. I lost 5 trade
Unfortunately,
routes.
this time
I lost
you are
like
Because
3
of
merely
that.
a
traders, so I just
bystander
demanded
to
he
someone
pay me.
else's glory.
I don't
I
think
did
he's actually
too.
going to, but
May
I
we
don't-
enjoy
no.
a constructive relationship.
Probably
yeah, no,
not.
chances are he's not. But you know, oh well, whatever. Not my problem.
Didn't really hurt me that much. I'm still making 700 gold a turn, so. Still, though.
I mean, I'm still making like over 600. It's not like it hurt me massively. It's just the fact that it happened is annoying.
Right? Yeah, that's the point. It's like,
Yeah, just like you annoyed me, so now I want you to pay me for wasting my time.
it's like, wait, so now demanding stuff for being annoying is now a valid thing now?
I wish.
It's a
I
valid
very much
reason
wish.
to. It's like, place sanctions on you. Why? Because you're annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially.
Right?
One of the agrarian stars has been unlocked. I now have 2 stars.
Hmm. Very nice. Uh-oh. Please do not crash, game. Oh, I'm now
Death
got
from
3
starvation.
stars.
It seems that these are the times that try a people's dietary habits.
Well, everyone is starving again. Woo! Everybody can be anorexic together.
I'm not
Everyone
sure
can
what
be
the proper
anorexic together.
adjective is, but it appears that you have been out-religioned.
Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, so I know I have, what is this? Silk over here on this island.
At the cat.
Notre Dame is now being built. That's good.
I can see that.
Okay, so they're good for food right now. Okay, 800 gold a turn now.
Only about 652, but that's also because I haven't gotten more of my stuff out and necessarily down. And also, you just have generally more cities than I do.
Yeah, true.
I only
Wait a minute,
have
how
3 out of 5.
are they still in the classical era, I'm guessing? These people with 4 stars.
The Carthaginians are.
Orange, blue, and purple?
Yep.
They're all
Yeah,
still in the
Carthaginians
classical
and the
era.
Celts are both in the classical era still.
Okay. I was just wondering because it's like
So.
I was gonna be like, how the hell did they get 4 stars already in this era? Oh wait, no, they're still in the classical era.
Yeah, they're still in the classical era. Yeah, the unfortunate part is without possibly going through her, there really is no place to really go to settle like cities that actually benefit me. Like there's some islands, but like I don't really know if they're even really worth anything because they don't have any resources on them.
Yeah,
They're just
that's the
kind of
problem.
there.
All the resources are really far away for you. Whereas me up in the north, if you take a look at the islands that I have up here, they've got like some resources up here, so it's kind of worth it for me to expand a little more. Upgrade. Get this archer to upgrade to. After that's finished, what do they have right now? Okay, they need another archer, and then we'll get maybe another pikeman. So, archer, and then pikeman. What's up here?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh god, what now?
War summons research. Carthaginians have made a proposal. She wants humanitarian aid. Sure. Could we get an arms deal?
I will listen to you if I
Yeah,
must,
cool.
but know that
Nice.
I resent it.
Oh, wait, what are you doing?
You
Oh!
get diplomatic
Okay.
cooperation. Celts.
No, I'm not really in need of their territory,
doesn't
that's the
matter.
thing.
It's
I'm
water
withdrawing my
under the
demands from
bridge.
him.
So, do you view each other as friend or foe? It's time to unravel the diplomat's dilemma.
Yeah, I mean, see, the Celts have some resources, but not very much. Not really anything I need.
A friendly face is such
This is good for us.
I have discovered
We accept.
who Cyan is. It's
I
the
think we
time
can
though.
undertake a common venture. Do
Starvation?
you agree?
I'm afraid.
I offer
Right now
greetings.
here.
From one leader to
God dang it, I
another.
don't have $900 to pay you for your fucking... to share maps. Piss off. I wanted to share maps, but I don't have $925 to pay him to share his maps with me.
Do you
I was like,
need
no.
$925? Do you want that?
I have 900. I have 901. I'm earning over 700 a turn now. It's just he wanted me to pay him 925 right then, and I don't have that.
Yeah.
I already refused it, so there's no point.
Hmm. What is over here? I've got 2 hot horses there. We'll get a pipe and finish off that one. Ooh. Probably just another island.
While I'm sitting here waiting, going to shove.
You saying I'm
soda.
taking too long?
No, actually, I don't mind. Unlike a certain someone we know, I don't mind you taking your time because I know how it feels to sometimes need to take your time about taking your turn.
Yeah.
Because even though, like, I know, like, especially for you, because of your poor eyesight, it could be harder for you to see things and be able to, understand everything at first glance.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons that I'm able to be so patient, is because I understand that, yeah, look, you have issues, with your eyesight, and I may not know what that's like, but I could say that, okay, well, that's a valid excuse for you taking a while, because,
Yeah.
your eyes don't work like everyone else's.
Exactly, yeah.
You were born with you were born with bad eyes. I think you need to make a return.
Yeah, I wish. Right?
God, you gave me the wrong pair of eyes. Give me it back. Give me them back. I want a refund.
And he's like, no return policy.
Yeah, we have a no return
All
policy.
sales final.
Yeah, all sales final. The only time you can return is when you ascend in the afterlife. If you ascend in the afterlife. For all I know, you may descend in the afterlife. Or you may get reborn as a pigeon and poop on someone's car. I don't know. I don't control this stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that.
That's actually something... So, speaking of reincarnation, that is something that is both really interesting and very terrifying. Because when you think about it, at just surface level, and I'm going to be getting philosophical here, I know I'm not the Babylonian, so I can't make the excuse of babbling, but, so, the general theory of reincarnation is usually in a religious sense.
Yeah.
Not many times has it been shown in a non-religious pretense, though it is totally possible for some cultures, non-religiously, to believe in
They may
reincarnation
enjoy a
after
constructive relationship.
after death. That is totally possible that is a thing. I don't really have any knowledge of that. But disregarding that, the idea of reincarnation after death or rebirth or whatever you want to classify it as,
Yeah.
it is a very fascinating thought because on one hand, you can go, wow, being reborn, after death, being able to live another life. But then again, the terrifying thought is you don't get to control what that life is or where that life begins. And regardless of anyone's political or religious beliefs, whether you believe in heaven and hell or you believe in divine intervention, or you believe in, reincarnation.
Yes.
There's
please.
something
demand is
fascinating yet
unnecessary.
terrifying about the
Focus.
prospect of our morality. The
Mm.
fact that our morality is finite.
Yeah.
We do not live forever. So that always begs that existential crisis question of what happens to you after you die. And in the sense of someone losing someone that they care for or something like that, I understand people turning to religion, because in that case, if it makes you feel good about it, that's what should matter. It should
Mhm.
matter that you feel good about what you believe. Don't let someone else, influence the way you think or the
Yeah.
way you talk. Uh, and I try to emphasize that point to some people in the way of, hey, try to think for yourself. Try to have your own thought processes. Uh, and just getting back to that topic of the rebirth, it's always been kind of that existential dread question of, when you die and you get reborn, some people believe you'd be reborn as another person. Some people believe you'd get reborn as an animal. Uh, and to further how crazy some of it is, there's one person on TikTok who believes that they were Hitler in a past life.
Oh God.
They say that a birthmark they have on like their head is where he, you know, click, uh, keeping it still above below the below the mature rating, but slightly above PG-13. Keeping some words out of it for fear of not wanting to upset anyone, because
Yeah.
I understand people are sensitive about that stuff, and I understand.
Mhm.
But the most fascinating part of it to me, and to look at it in general, is fascinating, but to think of it in the way of, okay, so how do I go about this? How do you go about thinking about it? Do you think about it as, okay, I'm
How
going
do
to
you
be
do,
reborn
whoever you are?
and it's going to
No
be a
harm
holy
done,
experience?
provided you pay.
Or do you think about it as, I'm going to be reborn and I'm going to be living a miserable life? There's nothing stopping you from being reborn as, you know, a, one of the things that I always had the fear of, and there's like one song in particular I can't listen to because it physically triggers me. It triggers my anxiety,
Mm.
and the thing is, it's the general idea is of being reborn into a potentially abusive situation, an abusive family, or an abusive something or other. It's like there would be nothing stopping something like that from happening, and it's terrifying to think of that right now you're living a good life. You have a good life, and even though it does, suck that you are legally blind and that your eyes are
We
possibly going to stop functioning at some point in your life.
Yeah.
It is terrifying, but at least you can think of it as, okay, right now you're 26, 26, 27,
Yeah.
something like that.
26.
Uh,
26.
you're 26, and something I come to realize about myself is, I'm 24, but
Mhm.
I may have a good, 40 years ahead of me, or 50 years ahead of me, or, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe medicine will make a massive breakthrough in 20 years and extend the human lifespan by, 5 years. It's like, who knows? Because as science and medicine and society as a whole, as we progress more, these general thoughts of what happens after death start becoming less an existential crisis and more an accepting of reality, an
Mhm.
accepting of our mortal form, and accepting the fact that no matter what happens, we're human.
You are not welcome here.
We make
Not
mistakes.
now, not ever.
doesn't
Their city becomes famously
Oh, I
great,
just demanded
while
the
everyone else
who is now
is
the
green with
Franks
envy.
to convert to Islam. He accepted, and now all of his cities are slowly converting to animism.
Ah. Well, like,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You can do your
Well,
talk show host stuff, and you do your podcasty talk show hosty stuff, and go on. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be like sarcastic. I'm like that's generally like when I hear you talk, like I can tell that you've like that like you've. I want to say you professionally talk. I'm a
professionally
professional talker.
Who knew that was a profession?
I mean, when you think about it, aren't priests just religious talkers?
True, true.
Anyways, yeah, no, you go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna say is like there's a lot of people that I've talked to about this sort of stuff as well, and some of the people when I was first getting into um like atheism and that or at least learning about it, a lot of people I found were upset when they first. A lot of people say if you first begin transitioning from a religious person to an atheist or an agnostic atheist, I should say, a lot of people do end up turning to anti-theism, completely.
Yeah, and actually, sub point. Sorry for interrupting.
Go. No problem.
One of the most interesting things there is, so you have, we'll just label it as theism, which is the belief in, which is a religious belief. You believe that there is a God, and you believe that there is more to, or more to reality than just what you read in books and what things tell you. That's not saying that you can't believe in God and believe in science, or believe in God and
Oh yeah, no.
believe in believe in modern medicine and everything. Like that's a common, I think that's a common trope that a lot of the evangelicals, the more extreme the Christians and stuff, will try to get people to think about atheists or agnostics or secularists, even people who think of, like, when I think of atheism, to me atheism at
We
least
welcome this
to my
opportunity
brain,
for dialogue.
me being atheist is I do not believe that there is a God. I'm not
That is
going to
literally it.
like I'm not
That is
going to
literally it.
ridicule like I'm
That's
not
the
going to ridicule
definition.
anyone for not going to ridicule anyone for you know believing in a god or having a religious, you know, having a religion or believing in a religion because you know what? Some people find comfort in religion. Some people find the comfort in having a religion because maybe they didn't know their family very well and then they started going to church and they feel like they had a family. Or
Yeah.
maybe they just feel comfortable being social, or maybe they just like church, or maybe they just go there because it offers free food on occasion. Who knows? I mean, trust me, if a church around me did free food more often, chances are I'd go there a lot more too.
Yeah, true.
I mean, hey, I'm not gonna say no to free food, but the note I wanted to make was the fascinating thing is so many people confuse atheism, secularism, and agnostic because you can be a agnostic atheist, you can be a secularist atheist, you can also be a you can also be a technically you could also theoretically be a secular theist or something
Oh
along
yeah,
those lines.
because
It's
you're answering
even
different questions. That's the thing.
yeah.
You're answering different questions.
Yeah.
Atheism literal or theism versus atheism literally just asks, do you believe in a god? If you do, then you're a theist. If you
Yes.
don't, then you're an atheist. Now the thing is
Yeah.
someone will probably say, well, I'm in the middle. You can't. There is no middle in this question. It is literally if you believe, then you're a theist. If you don't believe, you're an atheist. Like that's literally it. You can't because the reason why you can't be in the middle is because these two are like completely contradictory beliefs. Like you
Yes.
can't simultaneously hold both. Both
That's
cannot
like
be
saying
true.
that's like saying what is it? I how do
like
I
the
had an
TV
example.
can't be both on and off at the same time.
It is literally just slipped my mind. I had an example in my head and I hate that. The fact that it was on the tip of my tongue and now it just slipped my mind. What was it?
Maybe like
Oh.
like gumballs, like the odd versus even. You're not
No,
saying
so what
it's
I was
either
gonna no, I
odd
was
or
gonna make
even.
a comparison to the being in the middle, both liking and disliking, or believing and not believing simultaneously. Saying you're in the middle between being an atheist and a theist, I personally don't necessarily agree that there isn't a middle between the two, while I agree that there is no middle between believing and not believing. To me, the
That's my
difference,
point.
well, the difference to me is the fact that there can be a middle because religious scientists are literally in the middle. They believe, for example, a Muslim or Islamic or however you want to phrase it. I forget what the I think Muslim is the racial term and Islamic is the religious term, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. I'm not sure.
I'm
Semantics.
not trying to be racist or anything. I'm just generally
It's
confused with the English language
yeah.
because I speak English natively and I get confused all the fucking time. But no, like the best example I can give is a quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson, who says, "You can believe in God and still be a scientist, but your religion stays outside of the lab or stays outside of the room. When you enter your lab, whether you're an astronomer or, you know, a geologist or a biologist or whatever medical or whatever scientific field you're in, religion takes the back burner when you enter your workspace. When you enter work, you are a scientist first and foremost, and then a believer second. That is not saying you cannot believe in God and science. Because
Oh,
you
yeah,
can.
that's not
There
what I
are
was saying,
plenty. There are plenty of scientists in the world
Well,
who
let me
believe
clarify
in
what.
the existence. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Go
let me
ahead.
clarify what I was saying was
Mhm.
what I mean by there's no middle ground is the fact
Yeah.
that, look, the way I would classify religious scientists is the fact that they are what would be known as an agnostic theist. They believe in a god but don't know for a fact there is a god.
Yes.
Because there's a difference between, that's what Gnosticism to me answers, is what you know to be true.
Hmm.
Atheism literally just answers the question, do you believe in a god?
So
And
agnostic, the little definition of agnostic, according to Oxford Dictionary, is a person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence or nature of God or of anything beyond material phenomena. A person who claims neither faith nor disbelief in God.
well, that's sort of what I was trying to get
Yeah.
at, was that it's talking about what you know to be true.
Yes.
And I think,
Hmm.
you can be, because I know there's a lot of people who I would consider most theists agnostic theists, because they believe in a god, but they don't know for a fact that it's true. I'm not saying all of them
Hmm.
are. I'm
Yes.
like not trying to label somebody right off the bat,
Yeah,
but this
so
is
like
how
for
I.
example, it's known as agnostic theism. Agnostic
Yeah.
theism or agnostotheism, if you wish to just combine them, or agnostotheism, however you want to say it, is a philosophical view that encompasses both theism and agnosticism. An agnostic theist believes in the existence of one or more gods, but regards the basis of this proposition as unknown or inherently unknowable. And that's the
Mhm.
thing. Like, that's what Neil deGrasse Tyson was basically saying in that quote, is he
Yeah.
was saying you can be Islamic, you can be Christian or Catholic or Jewish or whatever
Yeah.
religion you want to be, and still be a scientist. Just say you're a molecular biologist. You can still be
Yeah.
a molecular biologist and go to church on Sundays, or
Greetings.
pray to
My
God
door
every
is
night,
always
or pray to
open.
God
Walking
over
gig?
your meals. There's nothing wrong with that. The
Yeah.
simple fact is, you have to understand that when you become a scientist, you become a molecular biologist, your religion is on is taking the back seat. Now, that's not saying you're not allowed to observe certain religious customs. Even Neil
Oh
deGrasse
yeah.
Tyson has said that he had a coworker who was Muslim, and they have a certain time of day that they pray and everything. And that was fine with them. He always went out of the room, like on the balcony or out into the other room, and prayed, because he understood, as uh
I
as
will
a
listen to you if I
scientist
must,
in the
but know
lab,
that I
his
resent it.
work is the first and foremost thing. So he puts he metaphorically puts the Bible down outside the room when he enters the room of science. And then when it's
Mhm.
time for him to pray, or it's time for him to go home, he picks up that metaphorical Bible and goes about his day as if nothing changed, because that's the glory of most places. And I think, and I'm not going to get into politics, but I think that's one problem here in the United States we have. Uh,
Mhm.
speaking from my perspective, for full disclosure, I live in Illinois. Illinois
Yeah.
is a predominantly Democratic state. I have predominantly what most people would describe as Democratic views. I'm not going to argue with anyone about politics or religion about things, because I've realized those are fruitless undertakings. I'm not going to convince anyone, nor am I trying to convince
Yeah.
anyone to change their beliefs. All I ask is people look at the facts and look at the truth. If you want to believe in God, believe in God. Just please, for the love of whatever God you believe in, understand that science is not fake. But
Yeah.
something here in the United States we suffer from is, I feel like in the United States we essentially have too much freedom. We have too much freedom allocated to each individual person, each individual state, that religion has become a hotbed of arguments in the country because of people thinking that one idea is wrong versus another. People thinking that you cannot be a scientist and be a Christian, or you can't be a doctor and be a Muslim or something. To
It just
me,
sounds like
yeah,
It just sounds like one big no true Scotsman fallacy. Like,
you
because they're
elaborate
trying.
because I don't actually know about that. I'm interested.
Okay, the no true Scotsman fallacy, and like that's why I think it's only loosely, but it's when
Mhm.
somebody tries to say like say you're Christian, and
Mhm.
somebody's like, and you observe a certain sect of it, and you say,
Yes.
well, like, I um I'm really into Lent, which is the
Yeah.
40 days that somebody gives up something that they
Yeah.
like love for 40 days up
Mhm.
until Easter. And then somebody comes along and says something like, "Oh, well, I don't do that. That's not really what Christianity is about. You must not be a true Christian. You're not a true
Mhm.
Christian." That's what that's as like I think that's a very oversimplified version of the argument, and I could actually be getting it wrong, but I think that's what it means. Is basically when somebody tries to say, "Well, you don't fit my view of Christianity or
Mhm.
my view of what something is, and I'm
Yeah.
that thing, so you must not be a true thing.
Okay.
Must not."
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and here in the States, from my perspective, one of the things I feel like is
Ooh.
not talked about a lot is how do I want to phrase it? How different religions have come about and coexisted in the United States. For a
Mhm.
fact, religious existence in the United States,
My
I
door
mean,
is
that goes
always
as
open
far
to
back
talk.
as practically,
Of
the Native
course,
Americans with their
we
tribal
accept.
beliefs and everything.
Yeah.
With
Uh,
heartening news.
because that's another thing. Modern day, and I'm gonna be splitting off and going on many different tirades during this
Yes.
conversation
Further
because
Okay.
peoples need this.
I have ADHD and that's what I do. Um, but
This is good for us. We
the thing
accept.
is,
All the
today
people
when
will
we think
rejoice.
of religion or we think of
You are not
theism,
welcome
we're
here.
thinking of
No, not
what
ever.
was predominantly European religion, of
Yeah.
What he
Christianity,
did,
Catholicism, Eastern Orthodoxy. uh I mean, Judaism technically isn't European in nature, but it's from the old world, let's say. Old world religions versus new world beliefs.
Yeah.
The natives in what is now United States, Canada, Mexico, all throughout North, Central, and South America had their own indigenous beliefs. One of the
Yeah.
fascinating ones that we can still see today is the Nazca. The Nazca drew what is now known as the Nazca lines,
Yeah.
which we don't know a lot about the Nazca or what those lines are necessarily exactly representing because it's a culture from a bygone age. We don't have any. It's like it's the fact that like the island of Crete, the Greek island of Crete, had a ancient civilization living on it, but we do not know a lot about that civilization. We know
Hmm.
vaguely what they were called and that they traded with, ancient Egypt and some of the ancient peoples around the area, but they were wiped out after a massive volcano. Uh,
Oh, okay.
and there's not uh, their uh, their their language isn't fully understood because it's not Greek, but it's not. I don't really know how to put it other than it's fascinating to see the fact that modern day we think of religion in the form of old world religion when you could look back in history or talk to Native Americans and learn about their beliefs, their ancient what we consider ancient religious beliefs, their
Yeah.
spirituality. Because I've even talked to my dad a little bit about this. When you look at ancient man, or you look at natives or something, you
And
can
now
see
we
the
have
fact that
encountered the
their
Maya,
beliefs, their
whose javelins
spirituality
are as unpleasant
was
as their cities.
based on the stars. You know?
Mhm.
Because
Oh yeah.
when you're, when you live in a day and age of basically living in, tents or caves, if you go back far enough, or even things like that, then you tend to see the fact that
Greetings,
it's
Sovereign.
easy to
It
understand
is my
that
great honor, as the leader of a great people,
their
to greet you in their
religious
name.
beliefs, their
Tell me
spirituality
what is on your
was
mind.
based on the stars. Because you look up, and what do you see in the
What do
night
you want?
sky except a bunch of shining little lights in the sky that you don't understand?
Mhm.
As a speck in, basically a speck, an ant on
Your
this earth,
society is a
you look
curse.
up and you're
You are
like,
beneath my contempt.
what is
A
that big
dog's contempt.
shining thing that is bringing light, and where does it go that brings darkness? And that is something, old beliefs like that, more native beliefs and more native spirituality before old world religion kind of got involved, is very, very, very interesting to compare to modern religion. Uh,
Mhm.
because while we don't have ritual sacrifices or uh rain dances or anything anymore with modern religion, uh like with
Mhm.
Christianity or Catholicism.
Hold on 1 second.
Yep, you're fine.
Yeah. Night. Let me see. Okay. Yep. I'm back.
But like the kind of to wrap up my point before I continue going on a tirade about something that's completely fucking irrelevant to the situation, was I find it cool to look at old world, try to look at the
Yeah.
beliefs of native peoples and see how they believed in certain things, see how they thought of certain topics. I
Mhm.
can demand that Khmer convert to Islam, and I've literally just met them like a couple turns ago. Sure. No? Okay, I'm just gonna keep it there. Oh, lady next to me, Ghanaians do not.
Ancientness. Perfect.
They're not. They just canceled some stuff. They're now appeasing me. So they are, I think, slowly becoming less and less liking of me.
Mm.
Uh, but I find it really cool looking at
Yeah.
uh, the way that those peoples and the way that stuff like that evolved over time, because
Yeah.
just something
Because it's the
so
circumstances
intriguing.
around them, right?
Mhm.
Like it's the like again, a lot of the time, like I always view religion as it was the very first thing that we created to
Mhm.
try and understand the world around us.
And
So
try to
it
understand ourselves even.
that too, and so I think that that's what's like
Mhm.
why it has stuck around for so long
Yeah.
is because it was our first ever, you know,
Mhm.
attempt at trying to understand our world and
Yeah.
ourselves and literally everything.
Yeah, and I
So
think I think that is a really good, way to phrase it, a really
A
good point,
proposal
honestly. I
for
mean,
consideration.
I think if
I
anything, yeah,
hold
just kind of
no
seeing it
grudge.
as
Utterly
kind of what
unacceptable.
came
Of
first and
course.
what, how do I want to
yeah,
phrase it? Like what we designed and what we thought of to help ourselves understand nature and understand us, our surroundings, and us as humans. Uh, because yeah, that's something we don't often think of, is how do we as people think of ourselves? How did, ancient man you know, think of the way things were? How did he or she, how did they go, this is what I believe in, and I personally think that, this basically the sun is their god. Like ancient Egypt and ancient Greece and stuff, and the Romans and the Greeks and the Romans and the Egyptians had gods for things that are in general around nature. They had a god of the sea, a god of, a god of fertility, a god of farming and hunting and, of the sky. And it's really cool to see that and look at the way we believe things now and look at things now and go, wow, you can kind of see a little bit of correspondence in things.
Yeah.
Or correlation. That's word.
Yeah. I mean, like, religion is an interesting topic, and you can have a lot of good conversations as long as people go into it with the best of intentions. And unfortunately, I've known a lot of people who don't have the best of intentions, and I've had a mixture of the few, like so and so it can be a good conversation, but it can also be a bad conversation on both sides. Let me say that, like, what I was trying to get at earlier before that big tangent. It's okay. But what I was trying to say is earlier, when I talk to people, or when I've met people who are just getting out of religion, I find that they are often like angry and upset and mad, and they feel like betrayed because, and to me it kind of makes sense. Like, I felt it too. I mean, I wasn't a churchgoer, so I wouldn't know. I wasn't really brought up religious, though although I was baptized and stuff like that. I was my family is like a mixture of Roman Catholic and Anglican, so it's so I have a bit of a mixture, but I never really went to church or anything like that. My parents never really forced me to go, or like, and they never really went, so we were more of a secular household. But the thing is, to get back to it, they like, I find that even myself, I tended to get mad or angry because of the fact that I believed that, like, when I was like, especially when I was younger, that I would get to meet my family who passed away in heaven once I die. I believe that I'd get to see them again, and that I'd get to live forever with them and be all happy and all of this. And then when I sort of started like not believing anymore, that sort of went away. So I can understand how people would be upset about it. But the problem is, oftentimes there's a lot of those types of people who get upset, like, and will start lashing out at everyone. And unfortunately, that's not productive. That's not a productive way of having a conversation. So
never.
I'm not saying don't be mad, but like, wait until you're calm before you start having conversations with people. And because it's not going to end well. I mean, unfortunately learned that the hard way. Like, trying to have conversations when I first left was not a good idea. Was not a good idea.
Unfortunately, I think we've all had, moments in life like that. Maybe not exactly, like, oh, I'm, leaving the faith or moving or whatever. I think we've all had moments though where we've been like, okay, we didn't think clearly about it, and we made a split second decision, and that split second decision comes back to bite us.
And that's where I think some of the arguments of, like, because I can't tell you how many times, like, people have asked me, like, are you sure you don't believe because you don't see any evidence, and it's not just because you're mad at God? I think that somewhat comes from that, like, the idea that a lot of people tend to get angry after they leave, or at least a decent amount of people, and so it's like,
Yeah.
People can kind of get the wrong idea, and which is not the case at all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
of the fact that you're not actually mad at something that you don't believe exists.
Mhm.
Like, it's more of just feeling betrayed or something like that, you know. And I'm not trying to speak for everyone. Like, I'm speaking more of just myself and the people I've talked to have,
Yeah.
you know, have had this sort of reaction.
Mhm.
Some of them, at
Yeah.
least, you know. So I can
Yeah, I
understand
understand
it.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that.
So it's like, you know, I think people also have to be understanding of that too, in the sense of
Yeah.
like, look, people are, you know, people can be sensitive on all sides, and you have to, if they have to respect like your wishes of, you know, like respecting your right to believe, because I don't believe that beliefs have
Yeah.
the right to be respected. I believe your right to have that belief
Yeah.
is what is respected.
Yeah, just like I
Um,
believe in the just like yeah, just like you believe the right to have an opinion, but you don't believe that all opinions are right. You
Yeah.
respect that you have the right to have an opinion.
Yeah, exactly. But like, the thing
Certain
is
market
if you want us to be
I'm
sensitive
guessing
of that,
your next
you
project will be
also
building
have to
enough
be
vaults to store all
you
the
also
loot.
the religious also have to be respective or sensitive to the fact that these, or understanding to the fact
Yeah.
that these people are kind of upset. So don't go try to, like, don't try to change them back. Like, don't
No.
try to change them
Yeah.
back when they're in that sensitive time, because
No.
that's what gets me upset. Is when they try to come in and make you feel bad for leaving, or try to say, you know, try to give you some argument of like, well, don't be mad at this. Like,
Yeah.
um, you you should just come back to the fold. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, or you're just mad at God. It's like, no, it's so much more complicated than that.
Yeah.
You know, let the person work it out and be there if you need. Be there if they want to. If they want your help.
Yeah.
Friend,
Wow, that I
let
think
us
that was
get
the most
peasants out of the
sensitive
way
topic
so
we've
we
ever
can
dealt with
rest.
on this. For
Well, yeah, and I think it's something to
How can
kind
I
of,
say no?
you know, kind of look
yeah,
at and kind of go, wow, that's, you know, that's kind of interesting. Because I think you know, it's the point, you know, that I always kind of try to get across, like having differing opinions and differing views is
yeah,
a good part of, you know, nature, and a good part of us as a society is, you know, being able to talk to each other and being able to go, okay, you know, yeah, you know, I can understand that view, and I can kind of
yeah,
understand that, and, you know, look at that and go, yeah, you know, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, exactly. And so that's what I like. You know, that's what I would like to say to everyone. It's like, look,
Hmm.
this was just a conversation. You know, you can disagree. It is completely fine to disagree, and completely fine to have a conversation. Just be respectful of everyone, please.
Yeah,
I know
that's the
this
only thing
was
is like, yeah, just be respectful about it, and
that's why I was debating on, you know, like trying to keep that sort of thing off of this, at
uh
least because like this was more of just a gaming channel.
oh yeah, and that's you know,
But
that's my bad for, you know, kind of
that's
bringing
fine.
it
It's
all
fine.
up and everything. It's and yeah, I'm not trying to I you know, anyone who's, you know, watching or listening or, you know, vibing along or whatever, you know, we're not trying to say that we're, you know,
We're right. You're
we're,
wrong.
you know,
Shut
we're
up.
not trying to say we're the foremost experts in things and you should listen to our opinions because we're right and everything. It's just like, no, it's, you know, it's friendly banter. You know, we're not,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
we're open for discussion and debate. You know, we're not
That's why
looking
I didn't
for,
stop it.
That's why that's something that I think it's something is kind of important is you know being able to do friendly banter and being able to understand the differences between banter and actually meaning what you say.
Yeah,
Because like
exactly.
I do personally believe in in basically in what I preach. I'm not gonna try to
Mhm.
preach atheism and be hyper religious. Because that doesn't add up. Uh, but also just because it's a you know it's a rough situation. It's not a situation that we can just once and for all say, okay, this is the way it is, get over it. We can't make the decision for everyone, and not everyone can necessarily make not a religion, sorry, a decision. I'm staring at the religious screen. Uh, I am now a
Oh,
tier 4
oh
religion.
God.
Uh,
Oh no.
but so really, it's mostly what we're trying to kind of say is we're trying to be like, okay,
We're,
we we're just expressing ourselves and expressing what we personally think about situations. And again,
yes.
everyone has their own opinions on things. I mean, even within my own friend group and my own family, we have differing opinions on, various topics, both political and non-political. So it's normal. It's normal for us as humans to have, you know, differences and everything. And again, open for discussion and everything. Just be when you're trying to have conversations. Just remember
Be
to
civil.
yeah,
Be
keep a
civil.
level head and be civil, because you don't
Death
know.
from starvation.
Yeah.
It
I
seems that
mean,
these are the times
that's
that
what
try
I
people's
hope that everybody
infidelity.
gets out of this is that
Mhm.
we're having a civil conversation, and
Yeah,
you can.
we're not gonna try to say that the way you think is wrong or the way that we think is right, because
Yeah.
there is no technically right or wrong thinking. It's all, how do you personally want to view the situation, and how do you personally view your own beliefs as right or wrong, and how do you see it from other people's view? Because
Yeah.
that's another thing, is people have the issue of not understanding what is and isn't like, how do I want to phrase it? People have a hard time understanding things as a whole, but the biggest thing I think is people have a hard time differentiating, and some people have it more than others, differentiating friendly banter from actual, like, insults of, intelligence or wealth or whatever you personally find. It's like, between me and Chris, I
Yeah.
haven't known Chris, an incredibly long time. I mean, it's probably been a few years, but over the few years we've known each other, we've shared opinions on a lot of things, and we're both kind of like, yeah, this, we kind of agree on things, and we obviously disagree on things. But again,
Yeah.
we remain civil about it, because there's no point in getting annoyed at people over things, because you know some things can't be helped.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, as long as, like, again, the only time I get mad at somebody during a conversation is if they are being dishonest or being, or misleading you, or, like, if they were misleading me in some way, or if they're outright having hostile beliefs. Like, if they share a belief that they, like, that is outright hostile,
Yeah.
it's like they can't blame me if I sort of be a little passive aggressive toward that, because obviously, like, if somebody's homophobic, I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna try to change your mind, sure, but the thing is also you have a hostile belief toward me.
Hmm.
That's a bit of a problem for me.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's why, like, when people say, why can't more people just agree to disagree? Like, why can't people be friends with somebody else who has a different belief than you?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that you can try, but if somebody has a hostile belief toward you, and I'm not going to mention a type of, I'm going to, like you did, try to keep some of it out of it.
Yeah, skirt around
just
skirt around
in
it,
general, think of a belief that somebody would have that is hostile towards somebody else. Well, that somebody else, it would kind of be reasonable for them to say, I don't really want to hang out with that person who has a hostile belief toward me. Like, I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense to say, like, I'll be civil towards you. I'm not going to scream at you. But it's sort of hard for me to be your friend if you have a hostile belief toward me.
Yeah.
Though I've thought about creating sort of a podcast for this kind of discussion. It would kind of be a better.
We've talked a lot about.
As feudal
We've talked in the
structures
past
prove
about
practical for both farming and warfare.
kind
Certain
of creating
codes and
podcasts to
practices
talk and
arise that
everything.
Ideally, ensure
but
a fair
I think
and honourable society.
I think the
Welcome
problem
to the
that we
Congress of
kind of
Humankind,
had
where the
was
world's voices debate,
trying to think of like a well, one, kind of a name for the thing, but two, also a topic, you know, kind of coming up with something that we want to discuss, because that's the other thing is like
It's
we
one of
all
those
have
moments
different
that make you
things
feel.
that we think or that we personally, you know, believe
talk
or are
about.
interested in. You know, like for example, you know, I could talk about how, you know, great the storytelling is in, you know, Fallout New Vegas, or I could talk about various, you know, things related to video games that I play and stuff. But that's not interesting to everybody. It's also not, it also may not be something that, for example, you know, Chris doesn't know a lot of it, so it'd be kind of a weird situation for him to try to interject or say something about. And then it's like, kind of goes the same way in the opposite direction of, you know, he has interests in stuff that I'm not necessarily aligned with. You know, like the fact that he likes, you know, he likes different types of games and different types of content than I do. And we've kind of talked about it. We've kind of, you know, tossed ideas back and forth and bounced ideas around a little bit. We never really went many places with it, mostly because of the issue of what the hell are we going to talk about? You know, what do we want the discussion of a day to be about, or how do we want to discuss certain topics? Because like we were just talking about religion, the problem with talking about religion or politics or differing opinions like that is it can very, very quickly bud into something that can be very bad. It can turn into a really bad argument really quickly.
Yeah,
and
it's very touchy.
And that's the biggest problem, is figuring out how do we want to go about handling certain topics, because I may talk about a certain topic while, you know, Chris may talk about a certain topic, while, you know, someone else who we have on as a guest may talk about a different topic. You know, and that's the hardest part, is you could also just make a general podcast that isn't about one set thing, because a lot of people do that. A lot of people have podcasts where it's just different days is different subjects, different topics, and
you could even have within your guest, you could even have a rotation of like who gets to pick the topic of the day. You could say like, okay, well, 1 week it's this person, and then the next week is the next person, and then you
Yeah.
have some sort of like, I mean, I think I'm pretty good at being. I mean, I have my biases, of course, but I think I'm pretty
Yes.
good with at least being able to be fair for the most part.
Mhm.
I think I could be a fair sort of moderator. Like,
Yes.
um,
And I think that is another thing is if we really wanted to put more thought into it and kind of figure out how we're going to do it, we'd need to figure out a way to like put an emphasis on what the topic is and how are we going to bring up said topic. Like, if the discussion is about economics, you know, just
Okay.
coming up with
Yeah.
something. Just if the discussion's about economics, then you have different opinions. You have different people saying different things about the same thing. Like, and it goes the same way with a lot of things. But I mean, I would never be against doing something like that. We would just have to figure out a way to get it started, and we'd have to figure out how we're going to talk and also bring up these topics.
Mhm.
And not saying all topics have to be, you know, about religion or economics or politics or video games. You know, we could just talk about a movie we recently watched or, you know,
Yeah.
what's going on in your local city. You know, like, oh, you know, the city's talking about this ordinance. Or, oh, did you hear about, you know, this new scientific breakthrough, this new medical breakthrough?
Because it's not like we don't have access to the internet. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing is like we'd have to figure out how we're going to
Not for that.
structure it. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
you know, we'd have to figure out how to kind of figure out what the baseline is and how we're going to cover
Hail, friend.
certain
I have a
subjects.
notion which would benefit
Yeah.
us both.
And it would be worth it to sit down with the
You have
people
my
we plan to
attention.
have as
Yeah.
like everyday sort of
Mhm.
you know podcasters, and then that would be then once we get
Mhm.
the structure down, that's when we would relay it to everyone else who
Yeah.
wants to join.
And then yeah,
as
we'd probably
just-
go through like a way to figure out like we'd try to figure out some sort of like a schedule
We
or something
accept.
like okay,
I think we can undertake
what
a
can we
common
do
venture.
on what days and how can we do, you know, certain things at certain times at, you know, certain places. You know, we'd figure out the baseline and everything like you
Yeah.
said. And yeah, I mean, I'd be open. I'd be open for that. I mean, I'd be open for discussion on that sometime, you know, off stream. I mean, you know,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty much on all the time. I mean, you know where I am pretty much all day. So,
Yeah.
What's done is done.
Well, yeah.
Is this
but yeah, I think I've even talked to my mom, and I've said that I like talking to you and one of our other friends, our British friend, or whatever. And I've mentioned the fact that the reason I like talking to you guys versus talking to my American friends is mostly due to the way my political or economical or religious or just in general topics about certain things are much more aligned with those people than they are with
Oh,
my
yeah.
American friends. You know, like I like talking to you about, you know, about politics because me and you, for one, share some of the same political opinion, but on top of that, we also can have a civil discussion and civil disagreements on the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you may say you know, I may say something like, oh, XYZ person in the United States is bad. And, you know, someone else in the United States may say, oh, no, you're crazy. They're the best person ever. While I may say, like, okay, I don't know a lot about the Canadian government, but it really seems like XYZ person is not great. And then you'd be like, oh, yeah, no, like, let me tell you about this person and how terrible they are for us in the big city versus how popular they are with the farmers.
Yeah.
You can go
Yes.
into,
You
talking
have my
about,
attention.
okay, this is what this person stands for
So, what
politically
do you say?
and what they believe in and how they kind of emphasize, their belief and everything with, their political stuff. And, me and you are civil about it. Me and you can look at each other and go, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I don't know a lot about the Canadian government. I also don't know a lot about my own government, but that's mostly because no one really knows what's going on to the U.S. government anymore.
Generate a number between 1 and 13.
But like seriously, it's a situation that I'd love to.
Yeah, we
I'd
should
love to. I'd
seriously
love to
sit
do that
down and
sometime.
talk about it and
Uh-huh.
and see what we can do. Because I mean,
Yeah.
the other thing I would be like, the only other issue I see maybe occurring is what you were
Mhm.
just talking about. Is this in the sense of the top? Like, if the topic is, because most of I think most of the people that will be taking part in it are American.
Mhm.
The thing would be probably American centric, like American
Yeah.
focused most of the time, which like I'm okay with. I don't
Uh-huh.
have an issue because I would say I have a decent amount of knowledge in.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm an expert, but at least it's something.
Yeah, I
But
understand what you mean. Yeah.
but like I think so. Some people would be like, well, why don't you talk about other countries or what's going on
Mhm.
in the world, the other side of the world? And it's like, well, the thing is, most of us are American or Canadian or British.
Yeah,
The
we live
thing,
in we live in the West, we live in what's commonly known in most of the world as the West, the western side of the world. We live in western, we live in the United States, we live in Canada, or we live around, and it's like I would love to reach out and hear from more people in a wider community around the world. I'd
yeah,
love to
yeah.
talk with people from, various other nations in, either the Americas or Europe or Asia and Africa and the Middle East and, a lot of other places because I think that's the biggest thing that I love. I have social anxiety in real life, in the fact that I can't just openly, randomly talk to people in real life. I'm not that open. But on the
Hmm.
internet, I can talk to people randomly. I can talk to random people all day. I have no problems. Because there's little repercussion for me talking to someone online and then having to go. If, like earlier, the best example is me and our Hungarian friend. Me and him were playing Fallout 76, and I was talking to some random dude in the game because we were at his base, and I was complimenting him on his base and his armor and stuff, and I learned he'd been playing the game for many, many years. And
Wow.
that online interaction, I can have an online interaction like that every once in a while, and I'll be fine. I don't have anxiety about that. But when it comes to talking to real people,
Geography,
how do
cartography,
you talk to people?
algebra, optics, astronomy.
How do you
How
actually
do
start a
people like
conversation?
Discovery
how
and
do people
exploration.
walk up to someone else and go,
Discoveries are not made solely by
converse with me?
traders and adventurers. Those who
Like
explore with ships
I
and
can
caravans
barely
remain
like
servants, without
sometimes I
those who
can
explore
barely
with
want to
pens
order
and
my own
parchment.
Subway sandwich.
The Joseon era was certainly famous for
Let
its
alone
ships.
want to have a
I wonder
full
if these scholars worked
conversation with
brushes
someone
and
about,
parchment, however,
you know,
rather than pens.
something I may not have an interest in. Like relating back to like what I was saying about like talking about certain topics in the podcast, like video games, for example. I
Yeah.
have a lot of knowledge when it comes to video games and video game related stuff, as well as miscellaneous stuff throughout history. But not everyone is interested in that. Not everyone's
Hmm.
interested in, in video games. And just like, actually, I feel bad
Ready to
because I don't
demonstrate your
know a lot
customary
of what
lack
you're
of tact,
interested
have you?
to because a lot of it, the funniest thing between me and you is our interests align in a lot of categories,
Yeah.
and that's something that I think I often forget, is the fact that me and you agree and have a lot of aligned interests in a lot of things, but
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of a lot of your general interests in things. Not that, like, oh, I'm not interested in whatever the hell you like. I'm an asshole, but I'm not that much of an
Not much of an
asshole.
asshole.
But it's like, it's genuinely like, I would love to talk to people about a lot of things, because I would love to talk to someone from uh like Russia or
Glad to
Ukraine
see you,
and
friend.
hear what they think about the current geopolitical situation in that side of the world.
That would be interesting.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
voice my opinion, obviously, because skirting the line of,
Yeah.
PG-13 and making people annoyed at me. uh
Yeah.
but it's like, I want to talk to
I
people
bid you greetings in
from
the name
other
of
parts
my
of the
proud
world
people.
and figure out
It doesn't
how do
matter.
they view these situations going on in life. How do
Yeah.
they see, you know, how do they see, how do Russians and Ukrainians, see the war you know, in that side of the world going? How do they view their government handling it? Or how do how does someone from, you know, Indonesia feel you know, about their culture and expressing themselves and what they like about, where they grew up, and thinking, "Oh, I would love to go to this place." Like,
Yeah.
something my brother told me a lot in, like, China, was a lot of people, uh at least for a while, would often say they want to visit the United States. And they want to come to the United States because, the United States is always, touted as, oh, best country in the world and land of the free and all of the claims that every country makes about themselves. Uh,
Yeah.
and it's interesting, because I would love to hear, like, if I talked to someone from, Malaysia, I would like to hear their opinion about Western tourism, about tourists coming into their country and, not necessarily, like, defiling their, sacred lands or whatever, but, like,
Mhm.
figuring out their opinion on not really sensitive topics, but just topics you don't think about.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really think about many interaction between the US and Canada,
Yeah.
but there is a lot of interaction between the peoples and the governments. But we don't really hear a lot about it, because a lot of it, to the general public, really won't make much sense. you know, about, Biden meeting with, Trudeau about, Chinese spy balloons and UFOs or something, or just talking about economic policies between the two nations or something. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff in the world we don't hear much about, because we don't really hear about it from other countries' point of views,
Mhm.
And I think that's the glory of the internet.
Yeah, it is. I
is,
mean,
is being able to have those types of conversations with people.
Yeah.
Being able to talk to someone from across the world and being able to go, okay, so, blah 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 blah, kind of bantering about things,
And that's what I
kind
think would be
of
cool if
talking.
we could get this off the ground. Would
Mhm.
be like if we could get with the amount of friends that we have internationally. Like, yes,
Mhm.
okay, it would be sort of American focused, but the thing is if because of the amount of friends that we actually do have that are international, if we could get them all on, that would be a pretty unique thing. That would
Yeah.
be very unique. You don't see many podcasts having people from just all over the world potentially
No.
just
Yeah.
being on the show and giving
Mhm.
their perspectives on things.
Yeah, and I would find it very, very fascinating hearing, you know, hearing about people from, you know, other countries and hearing about their points of view on, you know, on things. Just like I find it interesting hearing your point of view on things about the Canadian government and, you know, what you think could be done to improve, or, you know, what you don't necessarily like about, you know, certain positions of, you know, people.
Yeah.
Because even though Canada isn't, you know, far away compared to, you know, like other countries I've mentioned, like, you know, Indonesia or Malaysia or China or other things, it's like, it's
Yeah.
still cool hearing your perspective on your country.
Hmm. It is, and it's the same with me, like listening to somebody, like you said, as far away
Mhm.
as those countries, or like, you know, somebody from like New Zealand or Australia or something,
Yeah.
like, because they have a sort of a similar form of government than I do,
Mhm.
that I do, and so it'd be kind of interesting to see their perspectives as well.
Yeah, and I think that'd be really cool is if we could, yeah, get, like you said, kind of get it off the ground and kind of, you know, get it in order in a way. You know, kind of get an order to it and kind of go, okay, this is how, you know,
This is
we're
how we're
gonna
gonna
do
do it.
things. Yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. This is when it's gonna happen, and, you know, maybe just do, you know, a few episodes, you know, see how the reception is, just, you know, me and you, and then potentially, if it's like, oh hey, yeah, it seems pretty neat, then it's like, okay, well, you know, maybe we'll talk to some of our, you know, some of our other friends. Maybe we'll talk to, you know, maybe I'll, you know, talk to our British friend, or talk to, you know, our Australian friend, or talk to, you know, one of my
Yeah.
talk to my Kiwi friend or something. You know, it's like, I find it, I find that kind of stuff the most interesting, because it truly is fascinating to see, okay, so this is the way that they believe in, you know, certain things, certain topics about, you know, about various things in general.
Yeah. Well,
Because
oh my god.
you never know.
We really need, yeah, we just really need to sit down and actually hammer this all out if we're actual serious about it. It's
Yeah, and
like
again,
we
like I said, I would, you know, I'd love to at some point, because I mean, I think it'd be, you know, I think it'd be something really, you know, really cool to do. You know, just to kind of, you know, kind of have the ability to kind of talk to each other and talk to other people and get, you know, kind of get input on things. Albeit, you know, like we said, we'd need to figure out what we're doing, you know, with, uh, you know, what we're doing with, that, sorry, what we're doing with
the
like a topic and how we're going to talk about things, because I feel like
Mhm.
that would be the hardest part, is figuring out how we're going to do certain things, you
Well, I
know.
think the best thing to do for like when we're actually talking is
Hmm.
have somebody who like if it's me in the end, it doesn't bother me. But
Hmm.
if we had somebody who's more of a who is more of a moderator and
Uh-huh.
is willing to be the one to put their foot down and say, "Hey, look, I have control here. We're going to
Uh-huh.
be as equal as possible, like
Yeah.
to everyone," and possibly somebody who's going to hold, like, let's say somebody asks someone else another
Uh-huh.
a question and is sort of getting a little heated because the person won't answer a question. You could,
Yeah.
like, somebody who's willing to put the person's toe to the fire and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
no,
kind of be like,
answer the
hey,
damn
you need
question."
to, yeah, you need to, you know, we asked you a question, you know, we'd like it if you could answer the question that was asked, you know, like an actual, kind of like an actual
Yeah.
debate, you know.
And
Uh,
if somebody is like being disruptive, the person has the power to then mute and be like, look, you're gonna let this person finish what they're saying. We're gonna mute you. The only person that can hear them, the only person that can hear you right now is yourself. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
I think it'd be fascinating. I mean, there's a lot of you know, kinks we'd have to iron out before
right.
we you know, put the ship in the water, you know, per se. You know,
Yeah.
we'd have to go over a lot of things, but you know, that's neither here nor there at the current moment. You know,
Yeah.
that's you know,
Because we'd also have to make
her...
sure that nobody is too, like, there has to also be a limit to what somebody can say, to the point of, like, no being insulting,
Yeah, we'd
no
have to you'd have to come
extremist
up with
views, like,
yeah, we'd have to have general, you know, we'd have to have the general, you know, debate
Greetings.
rules and
What
kind of
do
be
I
like,
owe this
okay, you know, we're being civil here, we're trying to be, yeah, we're trying to be civil, we're trying to be understanding, we're trying to be inclusive about things, we're not going to deal
yeah,
with, you know, you being overly extremist about things, we're not going to deal with you being generally hate-filled or having a hatred for someone or something or groups
yeah.
of people, you know, or things like that. Yeah, we'd have to, you know, there'd be things we could, you know, there'd be things we'd have to figure out, but I feel like if we put our heads together, it probably wouldn't be that hard.
Because that person could also, like, because if it came down to it, like, you'd also want to possibly have somebody who could quickly, like, if somebody, let's say, makes a claim or puts forward a statistic, like, oh, 1 in 5 people are this and that,
Yeah,
the person could quickly go in and check and be like, hey, wait a minute, I don't know if that might not actually be true. Like,
yeah,
and be able to, you know, correct the thing, because we also don't want to be pushing, we want,
yeah,
like, we don't want to have too much misinformation being portrayed in it, because, you know, with YouTube being the way it is, it's very easy if you mislead people to it being mad at you for misleading people, you know.
yeah,
So you'd have to be careful in that aspect as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think taking turns with what the topic is would be,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
at least giving somebody
yeah, what we're gonna be talking about and how we're gonna talk about it and everything. Yeah, it'd be something to think about, something to, you know, look at and kind of be like, okay, how do we want to, you know, how do we want to do this, you know?
yeah, yeah, because it would also be like, okay, you need what was it? God, I just lost my train of thought.
It's fine. I think we kind of got the general gist across of what we were
Yeah,
saying. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. But you know,
You have
yeah, I think that would be. Oh my
seafaring.
God, how did you destroy Trader out this time?
Travel the dangerous
because
I'm
she's
not even gonna. I'm not even
Yellow-
gonna. Not even gonna trade
any way
with
you want
Blue.
now.
Not
your
even gonna
neighbor
trade.
is being a
getting away with
real.
it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Uh,
start trading with you because apparently I can't trust Blue to not randomly destroy trade routes.
yeah, well, Yellow is being a.
Yeah, I know. She canceled a few agreements with me. I'm
Yeah,
getting
but
some
look what she's
military up.
doing to, like, look at what she's doing to my ambergris. Like, she is
Oh, yeah.
being
Things change,
a
even leaders
turd.
and empires.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
proposal
There's a
for you.
50-50 split
Of course.
in the Congress of Humankind.
Of what?
Oh my God.
Okay, knowledge
I voted
authorities.
against myself because I realized going the opposite direction is probably better for me than staying with
Okay.
what I have. Ah, there we go.
Oh,
51-49.
No.
Nice.
Oh.
Just ever so, you just basically ever so slightly won us that.
Wow. That couldn't be, like, any closer of a win than that. Like...
Come, relax.
Sorry, I
Let us speak honestly.
I just watched a funny TikTok that tickled me a little bit.
Wait, the
The lady's
TikTok
like-
actually tickled you?
The lady's like, I just got off a call with my doctor's. I just got a call from my doctor's office, and at the end, I said, "Well, thank you for calling." And the person on the other end said, "Your problem. I mean, no problem. You're welcome." And I was like, "No, buddy, you got it right the first time."
Well, I mean, she's not wrong.
Your problem.
It's kind of a harsh way of saying it, but she's right.
Yeah. Order the isolation of all any most of the symptoms that may be back the disease without cost or impact, or it may merely delay its spread. Or enlist men to cull every animal that has been near an infected one. No, we'll control it. Actually, no, we will. We will. We won't. We will. What do I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take the eliminate.
We will.
God, I still have a bunch of provinces I can't integrate in.
Yeah, we'll eliminate it. That's gonna hurt probably. Nobody, you got it right the first time. Also, yeah, Chris, did you like the that dumb dad joke, the justice one?
Yeah. So I was
Justice
like,
is a dish
wouldn't
best served cold, because if it was served warm, it'd be called just water.
then shouldn't it in this case just be known as an icicle, like the icicle of justice?
Yeah, yeah, I see that. Who the heck are the Teutons? Oh, who used to be the Carthaginians?
Oh
Okay.
God. Okay, bad idea.
Why did I just answer my own question like a Jeopardy question? Who are the Teutons? Ding. Who used to be the Carthaginian?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm like that too. I hate to admit it.
I hate to admit it. I admit to hate it.
That too.
Stop with the civics osmosis yellow. I am legitimately about to. If the Congress of Humankind wasn't in effect, I would declare an unsanctioned war. You know what? Fine. I demand you change my knowledge authorities. She changed my knowledge authorities. Lady, I'm trying to get you to piss me off. I'm trying to get angry at you, and you're just like, no, I'm sorry. I'll do this instead. And I'm just like, Just like, do something bad for once.
Well, now she's she's just continuously being a real pain.
Ooh, Franque Milites or the Teutonic Knights. Bonus combat strength against enemies with a different state religion. Does she have a different state religion? No, she's my religion. My religion's spreading. My religion's not spreading too far into you. It's spreading. Oh yeah, it's spread all the way through. Who used to be the Celts? Oh, it's also spread down to It's also all of my neighbors are converting to Islam, except you. But that's fine, because I respect you. I don't respect the other people.
No. That is completely fine.
They can suck it. They can suck it.
Sigid?
I don't know. My brain does not compute. I don't know. The symbol of pride and power for your empire.
Your code is mere stupidity.
Ironically, they weren't even my emblematic unit.
So,
They're an emblematic unit from the Franks.
Or an enemy, a barrier or a blessing.
Wow!
You
Did you
combat
get
strength.
open map? Did you get open maps with somebody?
I've had open maps with, I've had share maps with blue, yellow, and purple for
What
quite a
concerns you
while.
today?
I haven't been able to get one from Orange. Just refuses.
Come.
I demand you give
Both
it
our
to me.
peoples
He
need
agrees.
peace.
Okay.
No doubt this
Never
independent
mind.
people
Okay, so
possess
Orange.
sophisticated
Wow.
customs, rights, language.
Cyan,
my
I
God.
want shared maps.
do
I
hope
can't
you're
pay
going to
you.
keep 'em, though.
I physically can't pay you
new
the like almost
independent
2
people.
grand you want for
Look at
everybody.
Orange.
Time will tell.
Like
Yeah.
he has 1, 2, 3, 4,
Hopeless.
5, 6, 7
He has like like
independent
7
peoples.
independent peoples, and he has 2 cities.
Well.
No
Another
wonder
empire
he's
has
like
certainly left a
falling
mark on
behind.
the world.
No wonder
with
he's
this
in basically
cultural
last
wonder.
place out of the alive cultures.
Yeah.
God. Also, I like how the random number generator decided I would be best going from, I'd be best going from, the Swahili to the Dutch. It's like, you aren't earning enough money yet.
I can say nothing that
So you need to
Yeah.
earn
didn't
more money.
already say much better.
They wanted the number generator wanted me to
Lovely.
go to
Impressive.
the Inca, and
A
I'm like,
cultural wonder
nah, I'll go
that
the
makes me
Joseon.
want
I
to
need
pull out my
science.
toy blocks and go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, go Korea.
Yeah.
The last monarchical dynasty of Korea, anyways. Alright, 12 turns and Santa Maria... 10
Starvation.
turns, sorry. And
I
Santa
don't mean to
Maria del
nag,
Fiore.
But the marks
will
one
be-
leaves on
no.
history should not necessarily be from malnutrition.
They downgraded it from... Oh, no, wait, that's old news. I thought it was, like, saying that they downgraded it from share maps to reveal capitals. Like, yeah, that really doesn't matter anymore, buddy. I already know where you are. You can't take the knowledge from my eyeballs.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't reach into my brain and take the knowledge from it. Not how it works.
They could try, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah, they could try. Not gonna work, but you could try.
Oh, I love it when I can.
Attempted to found that into its own city. Oh, they ran away from that. Huh. Yeah, I still find it funny that I'm like trying to get her to hate me, and it's like, okay, no, I'm not gonna hate you. Instead, I'll do this thing that you want me to do. Me, why? I just want you to do something that I can get a war goal against you for.
And she'd be like, but why do you want that?
Yeah, but she's loyal and open, so that's gonna be kind of...
Are you talking about Yellow?
Yeah, Yellow.
neighbor?
She's archetype loyal and open.
Oh
So,
my
like-
god, she is expanding like crazy to that other territory, that other continent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care, honestly. All I really would want is just to knock her off this continent, and then she can just hang out over there if she really wanted to. I could care
I
less.
swear though, if
I mean,
she
I could also
doesn't-
just declare a surprise war and deal with the consequences, but you know, I don't feel like it.
I swear though, if she doesn't stop ransacking my stuff, I hate to say it, but I'm probably gonna have to go attack her. Just to teach her a lesson. It's like, stay on your continent. Though I'm really
mean,
not in the
I'll say personally, I don't care if you end up declaring war on her or
Compared
not.
to
I mean,
this 20 territory beer
She's just driving me
most other
nuts.
cities should be referred to as neighborhoods.
So nice to hear from you.
Nice to hear from you too. What do you want? Yeah, I bought everything from you that I could buy. What more do you want? Do you want to trade
I
everything?
think we can undertake a
Sure.
common venture.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Accepted. With pleasure.
There you go. There's also
Happy
some islands to my east that are near Orange, but they're pretty rich. I may have to go and settle some colonies over there. They look kind of juicy.
I was tempted
Well-
to set up a colony on
So,
one of these islands off
do
your
you say?
border because it has
A lost
sage,
opportunity.
but it'd be so far away from me. But it's like, no, not
Wait.
gonna.
Oh, these ones over here to my west?
Yeah, I was like, maybe no,
Oh, okay.
that'd be way too far away from my
Yeah.
cities to set up an outpost. Even if I wanted to evolve it into a city, it'd be way too far away for me to have any influence over it.
Oh, do you see the islands like near all the 5 independent peoples? Like,
Yeah.
look at the resources.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, chances are if I really wanted territory, I'd go after yellow, and then I would go after the Teutons down here,
Hmm.
because I could gobble up some of this territory down here because she's not using much of it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, the Kahanians are just colonizing the hell out of that territory, but
Refuse your
more power to
proposal
her.
to improve
She
your
wants
nature.
to, she can.
Oh my god, I can demand he sign an alliance with me. That is hilarious. I'm gonna demand he sign an alliance.
Fine. Yes. You can stop staring now.
He said, okay, okay, you don't have to get so mad about it. Fine, I'll be your ally. Oh, it's so good.
What would you do with okay, you're depressed. Okay, you know what? Get up. Come on. We're going to get an ice cream and chicken nuggies. And yes, you can have the toy before the chicken nuggies.
Yay! Okay, I'm not as depressed now. I'm like 95% depressed now. Oh, that was just...
Nah, bro, you don't understand. I'm built different. And by different, I mean incorrect. I ate a taco and a little bit of cheese, now I got a tummy ache. Can I have a hug?
I mean, did you demand that she stop trespassing? Because she's just chilling right there.
Who? Orange?
Yellow.
No, I'm in an alliance with her.
Oh, okay.
I'm
She's using
in alliance with
your territory to ransack me.
With 5 research quarters, you're going to run out of questions to answer.
There will always be questions to answer. Let's see, did I buy everything from you yet? Nope.
Well, again, remember, because I'm a merchant, you can technically buy everyone else's stuff through me.
True. Wait, why can't I buy this? You already own a trade route for this resource, okay?
Oh my god. How many times am I going to be able to demand things from people, demand people do things, and they're just going to go, okay, whatever. First, it was the Franks converting to Islam. Then it was the Ghanians changing their founding myth, their founding beliefs. And then I just demanded the Teutons change their founding myths and stuff, and they changed as well. And it was like, why do you people like me so much? What have I done? Me trying to get an excuse to go to war with people. Meanwhile, everyone else. By the way, yeah, I'm just gonna give you whatever you want.
Wait. Aw, crap.
Okay, get pearls, get papyrus,
What did I
buy salt,
choose out of this?
buy incense. There we go. And I have more resources flowing in. I'm making almost 2 grand a turn.
Oh, lucky. I've only got 1,400.
However, I'm only making about 300 influence.
Yeah, I'm making 543. And I'm now making over 1,000 science. But I'm still far back from my unique unit. Now a new wonder can be claimed. Okay.
Greetings. Tell me, how have you been?
The Keemer now feel hesitant about me. Okay. Sure. feel hesitant about me. See if I care. See if I care. Spoiler alert, I do not.
I don't know.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, I donut. Wait. No, wrong reference. I do not care. Donut.
Hey! We thought of the same. Donut. Donut.
I was playing a game with one of my online friends who's a tropical bird. I lost. I told them two can play at that game.
Oh my god!
All of my pizza jokes are too cheesy.
Oh. Okay, well,
Not all my, but all my paper jokes are terrible, and all my jokes about pandas and related animals are just unbearable.
Oh my god. Okay. There's something about dirt. It just seems like it's beneath me. My girlfriend left me because I was always eating pasta. Maybe cannelloni right now. Okay. If attacked by a mob of clowns, go for the juggler.
I was addicted to the hokey pokey, but then I turned myself around. I don't have a. I'm not a. I'm not. I'm that. I don't have a problem. You're the problem. God, some dad jokes are just so stupid, but they're great.
Okay. If a bear wait, hold on. Even if a bear wears socks and shoes, he still has bare feet. Let's go Taj Mahal. Why not? Wait. I'm gonna restructure my area of it. I'm gonna start with books. Actually, first 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh God.
Okay. Posts were removed because someone took offense.
She went from the Gahanians to the Venetians. Fascinating. There can only be
Oh,
enough room
God.
on this continent for one dominant market partner, and that's me. So, skedaddle. Or something. I don't know. Do something. Do something do something related to leaving me alone.
Related to
You
leaving
expect
you alone?
greetings? Blades would be
You know what,
more
lady?
appropriate.
I'm sorry.
What
I'm
you
gonna
did?
have to break our alliance because you're being kind of a see you next Tuesday to my friend over there, and I mean she's kind of mucked off now. I mean, not really
Yeah.
doing anything interesting, so I'm not gonna break my alliance yet. But if you continue to be a see you next Tuesday to my friend, I will do something about it. And that's a promise.
If you continue being turd-like, then we're
Yeah.
gonna.
If you continue trying to be a turd about it, we're gonna have problems.
Like, if she stays away from me, I'm chill. But if she starts coming after me again, we gonna have a problem. God. King Midas has lowered my
What do you want?
war score? Oh,
Oh, God.
yeah.
One of the merchant stars has been unlocked. Nice. Hey,
I wonder if he has the touch.
The Midas touch.
Yeah, does he?
Mm. Thought you were.
I
I legitimately thought you were going to make another dad joke, Chris. I am actually both disappointed in myself and relieved at the same time. How did you manage to make me feel disappointed and relieved simultaneously?
because I'm just that type.
I
Just-
don't understand. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to start trading with people for all their resources so they can buy them from me without having to pay them. You can give me all the money. Who needs their money when you have my money?
Yeah.
And why would I need their money when I could have your money?
Oh,
Keemer, do you
God.
have anything? You have gold. Okay, there we go. Alright. Trading with just about everyone now. Well, the
Oh my
Hodino Shogi
God.
have completed their embassy. They just
Unfortunately,
now
you
completed
keep-
their embassy.
death from
Alright.
starvation.
Is cultural
See-
eradication an option? Let's see.
You have to besiege a city with a cultural center, or whatever it's called.
Oh.
What is it? It's enact the choice multiculturalism in the cultural blessing civic and successfully besiege a city containing an emblematic quarter.
Oh, okay. So
And to get the thing to get multiculturalism, you have to besiege an independent people and be in the classical era or above. Ah, cool. Pestilent Pastures 3. It succeeded. Celebrating on Garma. Yay! Yay! I could claim another wonder if I wanted.
nice.
I built Santa Maria del Fiore. So I was like, do I want to claim another one? Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. Yellow, have you done anything more? Are you doing anything to Chris's lands or units or people? No? You're
Not at the moment. She
Kind of
kinda
meandering and she's just meandering and doing her own business. Okay.
finally.
I can pay the upkeep for my army. It's not that big of a deal. The upkeep for my army really isn't much of anything anyway, so.
Oh yeah, I'm good with money right now.
Okay, I'm going to Sidon, I'm sorry, but I'm going to take away a outpost from you because I want to integrate it into my new city, Amsterdam.
Ah,
I have
nice.
founded Amsterdam, and it's on an island that probably in the future would get flooded. Like the true Dutch way of living. Build your cities so close to the ocean that in the future they'll probably be flooded.
Or you just build a bunch of dikes.
Yeah, just build a bunch of giant lesbians. God, that still has to be one of the stupidest jokes that we ever made. And we've made a lot of stupid jokes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I
But-
made some earlier. I made a bunch of stupid dad jokes. And then you made a bunch of stupid dad jokes.
Yep, and then yeah.
I
Wait,
think
what happened?
we've made the joke before. I think I made the joke before of, is that the requirement to get into the LGBT community to become the gay uncle? Is you have to tell a bunch of bad dad jokes?
Hmm. Yeah, I've checked on that. It is the case. Oh god, 72 turns. No, thank you. Okay, where do I need military units? That's the question. Now, you guys come down here. while you guys come back up this way. We will get an archer. I like 2 archers.
Starvation? I'm afraid they've already...
It is pleasing to see you, friend.
Yes, I know a new wonder could be claimed, but I'm not going to claim a new wonder right now. Oh, new grievance available against who? Blue. Yeah, I demand you change your founding
I think
myths,
we
and
can
he
undertake
accepted.
a common
Okay,
goal.
apparently
Do you
everyone
agree?
just really likes me to the point that they're willing to just accept
Come to
whatever
demonstrate
demand I
your
ask of them.
customary lack of respect, have you?
Oh, hey, it's the prison apples again.
I hold no grudge.
Such
For the
Yeah.
context of that, for whoever
Yeah, I was
may
just-
or may not still be watching,
What concerns you
Chris,
today?
I think it was either Chris or me in our absolute brilliance,
It was
misread
me.
poison apples as prison apples. And ever since then, we've been calling the event related to poison apples prison apples.
Prison apple.
And no matter how many times we ask ourselves, what the hell is a prison apple? We never get any closer to the answer.
Yeah, it's still a very interesting,
Much as it pains
yet
me.
unknowable question.
Well, it's not unknowable, it's just unknown.
You have to be in prison to find out?
I'm not sure. Not sure how that works. Actually, to be fair.
Meet my demands or suffer the...
Fine, you wanna block all my trade routes because you won't... Okay, fine.
Wrath and ruin.
Good! Accept my customs union now. Diplomatic ultimatum? Yes. Okay. If I have to go crying to Mama Congress, I will. Mommy, you won't listen to me! You won't sign a customs union with me. Will I have to force him like in real life to open up to me?
How might I be of aid?
I don't know. That's a good question. Population gain. Amsterdam gained population. New grievance available against Blue. Rejected a plea to adopt your independent people's civic choice. I demand you adopt it anyways. Oh, he's now not immediately accepting it. Okay. Fascinating.
I just do diplomatic ultimatum and then...
Eh. I don't really care, actually, to be fair. I don't care that much about it to really care whether he does or doesn't accept. It's like, if he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Whatever.
I just do it because I want to be a bully.
I know you do. I know you
And
like
then-
being a bully.
And then just go crying to Mama
With
Congress
30
when
leverages,
it doesn't
it's
go my
clear
way.
that your business
The
is
worst
to mind
part is,
everyone
like,
else's
nothing I'm
business.
doing to potentially irritate her is working. Like, I'm physically not getting anything against her because she's of my religion. The only thing she isn't is of my culture, but one of her cities is embracing my culture in 7 turns. Or whatever outposts, actually. But
Interesting.
still.
We must...
Yeah. It's like, why won't you hate me? And she's
Yeah.
like, but why do you want me to hate you so much?
Yeah.
Because you should.
Yeah, seriously, I mean.
Well, that's a useless road. People. Why? Why did you make this? that is an entirely, like, a complete waste of taxpayers' money. Well, not my problem, I guess. Said by all governments, ever. I need saltpeter. Damn. Well, there is saltpeter on this island next to Orange, so sorry, Orange, but I'm gonna be settling a little bit close to you. You wouldn't happen to have saltpeter, would you?
So please.
I
No.
have a deposit. I don't have the ability to... Actually, I do have the ability to get it now.
Can I buy it from
Yeah,
you, please?
I'll get that extractor up and running. And bam. I mean, it's a single source, but yes.
Yeah, at least it'll get me one more, and then I have that other saltpeter resource that I just claimed that territory for. So I'll have two sources of it.
Access to copper from Wang was purchased by King Eligius.
Wait,
Gonna buy your Mercury. Gonna buy your Freddie Mercury.
the Joseon Freddie Mercury. Oh my god. The stuff we come up with. Okay, I need to get some loyalty in this city. Ooh, Builder Star. I love making so much money that it's like I can just purchase buildings when I need to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the glorious thing about earning a lot of money. Also, what's funny is I realized one, it's close to the 3-hour mark, and two, we never actually did
Oh god.
we never did the intermission because we were
Yes!
just talking.
That's true.
I mean, not that that's
Damn.
I mean, that's not even a problem. I mean, it just shows the fact that
we're having a good time.
yeah.
Wow. And time flies like crap. Wow.
Yeah, and whenever I mention like, oh, we're near like the 3-hour mark or something, I'm not like, oh my god, hurry up, let's end this so I can get the fuck out of here. I'm just thinking like, oh wow, yeah, it's been almost like 3 hours. Because like my ADHD occasionally will kick in and just go like, oh, what time is it? Oh, look at the time. Okay.
It's like no wonder I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Like, no wonder I have to go to the bathroom so bad. We've been sitting here talking all the time.
Exactly. It's like, well, shit, I didn't even realize.
Yes, this is a sifter, and this is a sieve. I'm pedantic.
Time to get more boat. Okay, that. Merchant stars.
Now we bless the loaf. What? Just do we for it to sneeze? Oh, it just means we cut it. Weird
What does
things
the
you see in
mill
cookbooks
ask
from the
of the
early
girl?
1900s.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm really tempted to, break the alliance with this lady just to gain an excuse for having some grievance against her at some point. Just like, oh, you're oppressing the faithful, even though you're not, because all of your cities are following my religion. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Islam is slowly just worming its way into your territory.
Yeah.
One of your outposts will convert next turn. 2 of your outposts will convert next turn. 1 of your cities will convert in 6 turns. I like how I haven't even tried to, like, spread it, yet it's oh my god. It's spread all the way over to
Collecting
Orange
12
and his
expansion
independent
stars.
peoples.
You're going to
Wow,
end
really?
up sharing a border
Because
with
I think
everybody.
it's... I don't know how. Oh, because I'm trading with him. That's right. I'm trading with him. That's why. That's why it's spreading that much.
Well, final. Oh, wait. No, I still got that one territory that's just an outpost right now. I thought I finally had everything built up, but nope. Or everything connected, but. Of course, I don't have enough money. Agreement, proposal,
You have my ear.
humanitarian
Tell me what you wish to
aid.
discuss.
Sure.
We must accept.
Renounce. Chris,
Even
stop oppressing the
against my
faithful.
instinct.
Stop being so
Well
oppressing.
played, well played.
I didn't know I was.
Yeah, apparently you are. Yellow, what do you want me to attack? You want me to attack the independent peoples on the continent I am not even on or remotely near. No.
It's like,
Just no.
no.
Come.
It's like, why would I do that?
She's friendly
I
with
think
me.
we
We
can
have allies in
undertake a
common. Our
convention.
alliance with this empire
Mhm.
strengthens our mutual bond, and we're
No,
trading
I cannot
resources
agree
with
to
them.
this anemic
Their strength is weaker,
Greetings,
as we depend on
untrusting
access
lord.
to their resources, and they depend on access to my resources.
Oh. Wait, hold on. What? New grievance available against who? Oh, against you.
Meet my demands or suffer the consequences. Granted. We
It's like, okay, I'll be in an alliance with you. God. Like, you don't have to be so demanding. It's like, I do. I want friends. Be my friend. I'm tired of being alone. You can fix that. Just be my friend already.
With 30 research quarters, I think we can safely say that the Library of
Centralized
Alexandria
power
has
research.
been avenged.
She revealed the position of 0 of my agents. Wow. She made an agreement proposal. She wants diplomatic cooperation again. Sure. Okay. I don't
Starvation?
understand.
I'm afraid they've already eaten all the bread and the cake, and now the
Oh,
pantry
come
seems
on.
empty.
They are both reducing my war support. Probably by very little.
I think it reduces it by 10
Greetings,
each time.
mighty leader.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but I think that's what it does.
Well, Orange, she's losing more support. We're at 50 and 50 together. Let's see. What about Blue?
You're not welcome here. Not now.
I still have 92. 92 war support against him.
Mm.
Let's see. Do I have diplomatic ultimatum against him? Yeah.
You endanger everything.
Oh god. International crisis.
Oh god. Against Blue. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever.
At least I could say it was a what is it? It's a mental victory. Or a spiritual victory. Merchant Star? Okay. Need one more Aristar.
How? How might I be of aid?
Diplomatic.
I say no.
This call.
Dude, at this point, do you just want to be my vassal? You just sound so sad. Like, you just sound so sad being over there by yourself. How about
I think
scientific?
we can
experiment?
undertake
No?
a common venture. Do you agree?
The proposal is sloppy.
Demand.
Meet my demands or suffer the...
Okay. I promise you guys, I'm really not like this in real life. I'm really not a bully. I just tend to be the complete opposite when I play these types of games.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. I think that's the same thing with me in Hearts of Iron too.
Right, it's kind of like your what is it? Your like it's kind of like you have a little bit of a personality disorder where you have like two different personalities, one that you show in real life and the other that you show when you're playing a strategy game. Because I feel like that's what this is right now. Do I have any... Why are you going down? Like, why is your...
Alright.
37 scientist stars. Oh, I need one more. To finish this off on a little bit of a cliffhanger, let me get my last star for my,
Death from starvation.
let's see.
It seems that these are the times that try
Oh,
people's
the Moogles accepted my demand of changing their stuff.
Changing their stuff?
Changing their one of their civics.
Oh, okay. Or if he goes to war with me, that'd be another interesting, See, are you... Oh my god, you're still hungry. What the hell, Kurma? We've got no food stuff to build, except the farmer's quarter. How much food are you losing? 11, so we need 2 of these at the very least.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Now I'm getting osmosis events. Ugh.
People say you're autistic. Does that mean you take everything literally? And I say no. That's kleptomaniacs.
That true? I mean,
New grievances
oh
available
my
against
God.
Yellow. Give me that territory. She gave me that city. I didn't. I. You can have it back.
What's? Oh God.
Yeah, you can have that back, lady. I don't. She refused.
What?
I'm. Excuse me? What?
What happened? She
Her
refused.
city back, and she said, "Nah, you can keep it." This is the
She's
first
always
time
like,
we've had the AI basically just go, "Nah, chief, you can have it."
she's just like, nah. I just like, it's a shitty city anyway, so you just keep it.
It has 179 production right now.
Wow.
Ugh,
That's
I-
weird. Why she would do that?
Why she would refuse it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. That is very weird. I've never seen the AI refuse a gift before.
Yeah, that is strange.
Unfortunately, this time
Here I was
you are
expecting her to
merely
be like,
a
"No, I'm
bystander
not
to
giving you
someone
my
else's
city," and I was gonna
glory.
be like, "Okay, then I demand it anyways," and then she'd be like, "Ah, but no, no, I'm not. I don't want to. Why are you?
Have you no shame?
What?
Of course you're at war with Blue.
Hey, he started it. He declared an unsanctioned war.
Whatever. Say what you want.
I mean, he did. I wasn't the one that declared war. He did.
Blue, give me money. Give me
Oh my
$1,600.
God.
Enough. The
He's
only way out for
appeasing
you
of me right
is
now,
with
apparently.
What
I don't know
kind
how
of a
you're
world
appeasing.
is this?
Oh, Yellow is
A little piece
needy.
of diplomatic advice.
deploy.
So maybe that's why she gave me the city.
No, this will
Because she
never
feels
happen.
needy.
Yeah, probably. Uh-oh. There's an international crisis against me. Yellow. She wants 3 of my cities, or at least 3 of my territories. Oh God. I think stuff is hitting the fan, people. And I think that will probably be the best spot for this to end.
I am in physical and mental pain. Alright. Gotta save a backup of it myself too.
Yeah,
Onto
save.
stream, do not delete.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, well that was
Oh
entertaining.
God. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. Alright, well here's to next week remaining that interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see you around.
Alright, see ya. Alright, guys, well, I mean, that was definitely an interesting experience. So let me now move myself back to the main screen. And let's talk to you guys for a second before we end the day. So let's see how's my let me take, you know what, let me take my glasses off so that you guys can see my face properly here, or my eyes. Don't worry about it, guys. Like, don't worry about the, you know, don't worry about my eyesight. I can still see right now. I'm looking right at you. I can see right through the camera at you. No. Anyway, yeah, tonight was definitely an interesting night. Had a great conversation with Matt. Again, when it came to, I generally try to stay away from like uh, contentious or controversial topics while on stream here. But tonight it seemed that we went a little bit controversial. Let me turn so that you're facing me. Yeah. Tonight we talked a little bit like a little bit of a controversial topic, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I think we had a very good conversation, and I hope that you guys agree. If you disagree with us, of course, just take it with a grain of salt. You know, of course, you can let us know what you thought of the conversation in the background, and of course, you can let us know your opinions below. But again, just be civil about it. Um, I really didn't want to push any controversy, but I thought it would be an interesting conversation, and I think we had a good conversation going. So I hope that you guys thought that as well, and that you guys will keep it civil and respectful, even if you disagree with us. You know, it was fun, and you know what? Let me know what you would think of a podcast with me and Matt. Like, do you think it would be pretty cool to do for me and Matt and maybe a couple of our friends to do a podcast together where we actually talk more about things like we talked on here tonight, not just playing a game, but actually just having a general conversation about these sort of topics? I mean, would that be something you guys are interested in? Be interested in? Let me know. Let me know in the suggestion box and the chat below. That's what those are meant for. Because I think it'd be pretty interesting, and maybe you guys would find it interesting too. It's just this here is just supposed to be for video games and hanging out. So I wouldn't really want to get into those types of topics a lot on this channel. So yeah, we'll probably if you want to hear us talk about that more and get into a better conversation about it, you can let us know in the suggestion box, or let me know because I'm the one that runs this channel. So, and then me and Matt will talk about it, and yeah, I'll keep you updated on it. So, but if but in the meantime, if you haven't already and you like the content that you saw tonight, and you like what you saw, not only what you saw tonight, but if you like the content in general, please, it would be great if you guys could give me a follow here on Twitch. And it would be greatly appreciated. And if you like the content and you want to see more of it, it would be a great way because you get notified whenever I'm live. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you guys can come and check it out. You can also not only follow me here, but give me suggestions on what you think I could do to improve the stream. Just general ideas of like what you think I'm doing well and what you think I should change, as well as what games would you like to see me play in the future. Because I will be rotating this game, Humankind, out, as well as Civilization and Kingdoms Reborn in a few weeks. Like, I think I'm only going to do maybe one more week of one more week of Civilization before I rotate it out. You guys can let me know what you think, what game you would like to see me play. And I will do my best to go down there, down into the suggestion box and reply to everyone and see which ones I can realistically implement. Like, there won't be, like, I can't implement things that are going to cost me a lot of money because this is sort of just a hobby right now. It's more of just a thing that I like to do for fun. I enjoy entertaining people and just hanging out and playing video games. So if you like that sort of thing, great. But remember, my budget is very limited, so there is only so much that I can do. But I will definitely take in everybody's suggestions and maybe constructive criticism, and games you want to see me play. I will definitely take a look at all of them, and just remember to put them in the suggestion box, and I'll look at them. Because I have my own ideas as well. I have my own ideas of what I think I could do. I think what. Hold on, there we go. Make me a little more centered. I have my own ideas of what I think I could do to improve the stream, but you guys are the ones that I want to see coming back every week. Every week, you guys are the ones that come back and show that you guys are, that you guys support the show and everything. So I would like to hear from you. I'd like to know what you guys have to say about it. So yeah, just let me know. Um, as well, if you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on with this channel and my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel, you can follow me here on my Twitter account at Allegius96110996. That is where I post whenever I'm going to be live, whenever I can't be live, whenever I update the schedule and stuff like that. Literally anything that has to do with this hobby in general will be up on that page. As well, if you want to show me support over on YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, Allegius Plays. That is where I post all of these live streams after they premiered here. They usually go up within the first 24 to 48 hours after they premiered here. So it just really depends on how fast the internet is, how quick how quick I can get it edited and rendered and uploaded, stuff like that. There's a few different factors, but generally they're going to be up within the first 24 to 48 hours. So expect this one to be up either tomorrow or Friday. If you want to show support over there, it'd be great if you guys could like the live stream when it goes up so that it gets picked up by the algorithm a little more, because every little bit helps. Genuinely, every little bit helps. And possibly a share so it gets the word out. And maybe a subscription if you guys feel like you want to stay up to date or be notified whenever I upload a video. That would definitely be greatly appreciated, and I do mean that. Like I say that a lot, but I say it because I mean it. I genuinely want people to do something only if they feel inclined, and they like the content. This is just, like I said, this is just something that I like to do for fun, and I hope that if even if I distract you guys for like 5-10 minutes and I entertain you for that amount of time, I consider that a win. I consider that an achievement, and I appreciate the fact that you came on. So, I hope that that's something that I hope that that's something I can do for you guys. But in the meantime, we are over time. I didn't even get one break, but that's because, as we had stated just a few minutes ago, that's what happens when you're having fun and you're just genuinely enjoying the game. So, yeah. So until Friday, when Sam and I will be playing Kingdoms Reborn, we'll be playing or continuing our series there. It will be Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be interesting. We're getting pretty far into the game now, at that point, and we haven't had to start over, so I'm pretty excited about that, Like, I'm glad that we haven't needed to start over again after the first time. But yeah, until then, thank you for watching. I've been your host, Chris, aka Allegius, and I will see you Friday. Time to go to the outro screen. See ya.